Subscribe to the all-new HardLore Patreon now for early, ad-free access to every episode and an exclusive episode every month.
Battery? The end of that song where it's right? My dad heard it one time and he went, "Oh, it's kind of a polka," and he like ruined it for me as a kid. I was like, "Fuck," because it is kind of a yeah.
Today we come to you on the most joyous of occasions, Bo. Don't we?
We really do. I was doing the math in my head, and it's all adding up too.
Right?
Yeah. Because about 2 years ago, we started a little thing, didn't we?
And we missed a couple episodes here and there, did a couple minis that counted. All in all, today marks the 100th episode of HardLore.
Yeah. If you would have told me in 2022 that we're going to do at least 100 of these, I would have thought it would have been, I guess we're doing like 10,
if we were a TV
years.
show, we'd be in full syndication by now.
Yeah, straight up.
We'd be set for life. But, we'd prefer it this way, getting to talk about bands we love and music and share these things with all of you. And we thought we would celebrate this momentous day by doing a special classic Q&A with our Patreon members, with our Discord members. So everybody sent us 1 billion questions the other day, and we're answering them for you now. We hope you enjoy this. These are our favorites to do because it just feels like, we're closely connecting with you all.
Oh, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
So let's get right into it. Bo, congrats on 100 episodes. We did it.
Congratulations to you, buddy. You did probably 95 edits worth about.
Yeah.
And that's from the bottom of my heart. I sure appreciate it. That was it's funny thinking about how much like you didn't have any kind of like editing training or anything. You just kind of knew how to do it.
No, just high school Final Cut training. That was it.
And you just bit off a big old bite.
Really did. And learned a lot,
Yeah.
Developed like a language and like the reels and stuff. There's a lot of like I'm still making the thumbnails on a little app on my phone. I don't know how to use Photoshop or anything like that. We're just making it work here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's impressive.
That's what we do. We make it work, and we've made it work 100 times now.
At least.
So here's to 100 more.
Yeah.
103 more, maybe. Let's get into the questions. Ready?
Yes.
First question is, HardLore album composed by Colin and Bo when? I've had an idea. I have an idea, Bo.
Really? Can you
You
share
want to hear it?
Yeah, I do want to hear it.
Yeah, I'm going to share the idea. I'm going to share the idea for everybody and see what the reception is like. We write a record together, right? Have people sing on different songs, like different people sing on every song.
Interesting.
And it'll just be called HardLore.
Now that's what I call HardLore.
Yeah. That's good.
That's good. I like
it. And then,
it.
Guests can sing.
What's nice about that is it doesn't all have to be the same style. Because we know
we get fucking Porcell on there. We can just write a Youth of Today song.
That's all I ever want to do.
Okay. Coming 2028.
Yeah.
Maybe on episode 200 we'll put a single up. Let's see. Favorite WWF pay-per-view from 2001?
I don't know, 2000. I think I was out, but no, I was in because I was
definitely in.
I remember September 11th. Like I remember Bubba Ray Dudley with the New York Hardcore.
NHYC.
Yeah, I remember that.
New Hard Yorkcore.
New Hard Yorkcore. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, it just sucks.
I don't know. Royal Rumble. Always the best.
Yeah, it is always the best. I think my favorite Royal Rumble, was 2000. It's the one where McFoley's in it 3 times.
But my God, that WrestleMania with the 4-way, the McMahon in every corner.
Yeah. Oh no, this is way before that. This is there's a coffin. It's the coffin match with Shawn Michaels and Undertaker is the main event.
Wasn't 2001 or 2000 the 4-way for the title?
No. If it was, then it's not the one I'm thinking of. Maybe it was 98 or 99 or something. But that's like when I think about an old pay-per-view, that's the one that's like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
When are we getting a Master Killer of video games episode?
That's a good idea. Very niche.
Dude, you really want that? That seems so specific.
It seems pretty niche, but I would assume the majority, more people who watch HardLore play video games than watch wrestling.
That is absolutely true.
So I think it probably would work. And you and I also like vastly different video games.
100%. So that would be fun. This is a funny question.
Okay.
Most unconventional source of inspiration you guys have had for writing music. Parentheses, I guess this might be more for Colin than Bo for reasons.
Thanks. Thank you for including the parentheses.
Turning movie scores into breakdowns is one of life's great pleasures for me.
Mm-hmm.
Turning an orchestral arrangement into 0134.
Yeah.
A blast. Because listen, a lot of John Williams is 0134. A lot of Zimmer 0134.
I see what you're saying.
Zimmer's writing in the Hatebreed scale, straight up.
Especially like Dark Knight is just like
dun dun.
Dun dun. Yeah.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
That's Slayer, you know?
To answer the question, even though it's not really for me, when I was writing stuff for Wolf Note, there was a Black Sabbath solo. I don't even remember the song. I was watching a live video. It just kind of like had it on the background, and Tony was just hitting this, and just kept like hitting it the same scale over and over again over a solo, and I just made a song out of it.
Nice. Out of that solo?
Just out of the solo, I was like, oh, this could go into another part, and they never do it, so I kind of made the chorus resolve.
Oh, isn't that the best? When you hear it and they're like,
oh, they don't
resolve the melody in the way that you want to, so you just do it yourself.
So you do it. Exactly. That's awesome.
Beautiful. Are Japanese toilets the greatest toilets invented? Obviously.
Any toilet when I need it is the greatest toilet invented. You know what I mean?
Preach, brother. And Lord knows I need it. Which pop star do you think would translate in hardcore really well? Whether that be fronting a band or however you interpret that. I think Gaga, obviously.
Gaga was the first one that came to mind.
Obviously. Here's what I'll say. Check this out, dude. Olivia Rodrigo is on her way.
Dude.
She is on her way to discovering punk. It's like she's minutes away from being punk chick.
Well, the thing that I don't understand is people like Travis Barker is obviously like aware of hardcore to an extent.
Of course.
And friends with lots of people. So you would think like there would be more crossover. Like you would think we would have seen it by now, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think the community would reject that unanimously. You know, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens. They try and then it fails, and it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a reality check. You know,
right?
But Olivia Rodrigo is like writing what like Avril Lavigne was like one step away from actually being punk music in her heyday.
Yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo is way closer to that already than any of that like 2000s kind of like angsty stuff was.
Didn't Travis drum on her record?
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
the
drums rock on that record.
He produced the record with "Good for You" on it. I think.
Really?
I could be wrong. Yeah, I'm almost positive.
If you're lying,
this could be a big lie.
That would be awesome. But that record is amazing. The new one's really good too. I'm totally down with her. I'm Olivia straight up. I'm team Olivia. But
who would you like to see?
Who would I Gaga 100%. And Olivia. But I'm a Gaga guy through and through. When the Fame came out and I heard Paparazzi, I couldn't believe it. Dark, scary pop music.
Dude,
Sign me up.
Yeah. As we've done, a lot of her songs could be played as a heavy version, and it would
Those are riffs.
And she's got a scream in there. She's got one.
She does it all the time. They're all over Born This Way.
I was lying. Travis Barker had nothing to do with that record. It just really sounds like MGK. It sounds like
I mean, a lot of the MGK stuff was produced by Lil Aaron, so that makes sense. Who's just he's right there. His brother's in Narrowhead,
Yeah, there you go.
Can we get a 1 hour episode of James impressions? I mean, honestly.
Do you realize? So the timeline's get a little fucky. So when you guys are listening to this, you won't have heard the bracket episode yet, right? But we reach out to James for an episode coming up, and the first thing he says is, I mean.
So awesome. Will TT make their way to Atlanta anytime soon? I would love to. Most iconic pieces of gear in hardcore history.
Oh, I've wanted to do an episode, and we kind of touched on it with Punk Rock Museum, about these. They're almost, the nerd in me wants to think of them as like Aragon's sword.
Like Brian Baker's guitar and shit that we ran into there.
Brian Baker's guitar, Shawn Martin's single pickup Les Paul with no kill switch is pretty much the Excalibur when it comes to hardcore.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful. One thing I would love to talk to, I hope maybe we could finagle something to talk to one of the Youth of Today guys at Tied Down if possible. They all of them back then played Les Paul customs.
Yeah. And I think that might be why.
But like not just Youth of Today who Colin is implying a status of privilege.
I'm just saying like there were, Connecticut was like, we don't want them. And New York was like, all right, fine, we'll take them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wish I had a Les Paul. I don't have a Les Paul.
But like all of them, like every band.
And that was, what did that cost in 86, 85?
Right. And it was probably your dad's or uncle's or something.
That's the thing. They were what? Like realistically, a used classic custom at that time was probably what? $600?
Maybe. Yeah.
But that, like inflation, that's $2,000-3,000.
Yeah, but then add value on just it being vintage now. You're talking $6,000 to $8,000
easy.
But
yeah, that seems like this was my dad's guitar type thing. Because you look at the Paris episode, you talk about him buying that.
Yeah,
the bitch as he calls it. And it's such like, I walked into a guitar store and I got the one I could afford. So you never know. I would assume they were gifts, or because if you're getting into guitar and you're writing punk music, you probably don't know that much about guitar to know that like, this is the best one.
I'm gonna get the Cadillac. I'm gonna get the best, heaviest one, the one that kind of makes the least sense.
Yeah. I'm just jealous.
Yeah,
really,
straight up.
Which I'm sure was the attitude at the time as well. Iconic pieces of gear, though, like single pieces of gear. I'll tell you what got me was Rebu's boots, dude.
That was cool because like they were worn.
Yeah,
they weren't.
That
just
was a big fucking boot.
Big old boot. But a lot of times at like museums and stuff, it's like this is one of his pairs of boots, or like.
And it's like no, those were shot.
Yeah, those were fucking worn.
Iconic pieces of gear in hardcore history, though, you got to think like the whole Misfits backline.
There's a story when I don't remember if it was Bobby Steele or if it was Frenchie. It was one of the guitar players before Doyle, because Doyle was still in high school. But they would go over to Doyle and Jerry's house to like they would store gear there. And they would like grab gear, and the earlier guitar player like saw in the corner of the room pieces of the Bat guitar that they made for Doyle. And he was like, what is that? And they're like, we're making a guitar for my little brother. Like, we're trying to figure it out. That's a good one. That's the shards of Narsil are over in the corner. You know what I mean?
Man, that's awesome.
Love it.
Which guest would you like to interview for the first time again?
Oh, dude. You know what's nice about like, because, you know, we used to start every week with like who we got. Who are we talking to this week? We got to reach out to somebody. And now we've figured out ways to not be dependent on other people's scheduling so much.
Yeah.
Looking back on the earlier episodes, we could have the first fucking 40 people back on.
Easily.
You know, without problem. And
yeah, there's so much more to talk about.
And that's nice. That's really nice.
But who would we like to redo it with?
Andy, probably.
Andy Williams would be great. Yeah. I think another Sean Martin episode would be lovely. And another Brody King.
And definitely another Brody. Yeah, those are all really on.
He's so fucking loud. His speaking voice is so bulging that us next to each other, I basically had to turn his mic off because he was coming through mine so abrasively that it's like just my mic in that, and he's still louder than me. So the mix sounds like ass. I hate it. Is there a fest you haven't attended that you hope to in the future? Riot Fest. What did y'all think of the Iron Claw? My God.
It was
Zac Efron, one of the greatest snubs in history, I think.
Oh, yeah, just not even a nod. Nothing.
He was unbelievable.
And even though it was kind of relatively brief, Jeremy Allen White fucking killed it.
Yeah, he was great.
I'm a big fan of his. The Bear
he rips, dude.
That someone asked me recently, what's a movie that you saw one time and don't need to see again? And that's like a prime example of like,
there's a lot of those.
Can you think of it?
You know what's funny is I didn't feel that way. I feel like the respect paid to the wrestling world, like the presentation.
Oh, yeah.
In the first like hour or so, I thought was so fun that I would like to see that again. Mm-hmm. But to me, the definition of that is something like 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, yeah, this is an objectively like perfectly made movie. But like experiencing this story again, it feels impossible.
Yeah. You know what's fun is at practice the other day, Chris Mills hit me with, dude, I watched Iron Claw the other day. The movie was fucking awesome. And I was like, oh yeah. He was like asking me questions about like wrestling, and I was like, you should check out the dark side of the ring about them, because it'll give you a little more insight and tell you about like another brother who wasn't even in the movie. Yeah. And but there's a lovely like the way that dark side ends.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. So I think it's worth it.
And that's what they kind of tried to establish with the end of the movie.
Yeah. Right.
Hello, brothers. Been here since Sound and Fury 22. Was wondering if there will be any more releases from HardLore Records. Any hints on who? Yeah, we've got 3 in the chamber lined up.
We've got some fire.
I'll give you some hints.
Zero One of them lies about that.
You know what? We've got 4 in the chamber.
Do we?
Yeah. Two reissues.
Okay.
A death metal band and a straight edge band. Yeah. Take that as you will. What was the moment where you guys both thought, wow, we did something here, and where can we send demos for HardLore Records? Ooh.
Where demos, just send them to the Instagram.
That's send them to her. That's better than, or you can email them to us, but it's hard to keep up with that, you know?
It really is.
But yeah, send me the email. The moment where the Outbreak Fest live thing, dude, I could not shake being emotional.
Yeah, that kind of fucked you up.
It fucked me up.
Yeah.
Because it was really like, I spent every ounce of free time I had from April 2022 to then on the show to see that. Like, we had to do that during Turnover, who was playing, I guess, a set of classics, and it was sold the fuck out. So that was special. That really fucked me up.
There was no room. It was rainy and hot, and people crammed in there. That was really cool. I think, honestly, for me, the first moment where I was like, oh, I think we have something was Furnace Fest, which was really early.
Interesting.
But it was just very like, we both flew to this thing and we're doing this stuff, and like, it's fun. Yeah. Like, there's something.
We're in Alabama at a haunted hotel, and a ghost just knocked on Bo's door.
Knocked on my door. All right, 100th episode in. Are you ready to admit that you knocked on my door?
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Son of a bitch.
It wasn't me.
It had to be
Haunted. Did Sean know your room number, though? If you're confused about this at all, go back to the Furnace Fest is Haunted episode. It's one of our favorites of all time.
Dude, there's a really good... That whole like section where we're talking about this.
It's amazing.
Where a ghost knocked on my door, basically.
100%. It's real. So go back to the Furnace Fest is Haunted episode. It's incredible. What's one part of the scene from the past that you wish would come back and one you're glad is gone / dead? I will say, not a lot of like full-time grinding touring bands anymore.
A lot of fests, so a lot of flying.
A lot of fests, regional acts, which, I'm part of the problem, but I think I've earned my stripes at this point. But it's interesting to think about how like bands used to fight tooth and nail to get just a tour, And now I feel like bands are dying just to like the regional tours where there's you have to decode it to find out which city a band's playing.
Those didn't exist.
That was not a thing.
No, not at all.
So I would like to see cleaner flyers in the future. And I apologize for causing the uncleanliness of some of them.
I miss and this is going to sound funny to anybody who's like kind of older than us, because I'm sure for them, the ritual was buying a record, going and sitting down, putting it on, listening to the record, which I did when I was young, like pre-iPod, I was doing that. But I miss our heyday of hearing about something, finding it on MediaFire, downloading it, putting it on an iPod, and then being like, on my way to school tomorrow or wherever I'm driving to tomorrow, I'm listening to what I just downloaded.
Yeah.
Like, I miss that.
But I will say, the aspect of that is positive that's gone is that things don't really leak anymore.
Anything that leaks is intentional.
Yeah.
Like that's a media thing.
Leaks were rampant when we were young.
Didn't Blacklisted get leaked, right? That was
Heavier Than Heaven Unmixed got leaked.
Which is
and
just
the response to that was people felt so bad for them that it was the most like a historic pre-order. But I remember, so what I would do, this was my crazy method of finding leaked stuff. I would go on Last FM. I would check out Scrobbles, right?
Yep.
I would look at a band who I knew had a new record coming out. If somebody had scrobbled one of the new songs, I would message them. Be like, how'd you find it? Can you send it to me? It worked like 5 times. I had Axe to Fall real early.
Really?
Oh, wow. My God. So early.
Wow. What's one thing?
But it's a positive thing that's gone. Leaking sucks.
Yeah. So that's your answer for something that's gone?
Yeah. Keep the leaks away. Favorite sample in a hardcore song?
I mean, what's the first one that pops to your mind? I bet we share.
It's your family.
Yeah.
It's your friendship.
Your community.
Your community.
It's the most violent thing Of course. Which is just some shitty movie, right?
I mean,
I looked into it one time. It's called The Marine or something. It's like a shit movie.
The Shawshank one on Satisfaction is good too. Favorite sample. I've used a lot of good ones, so I'm gonna not pick any of those. Harm's Way's got some bangers, dude.
Which ones?
All the ones on No Gods are amazing.
Oh, dude, the Bad Lieutenant one that starts it is really good.
Yeah.
And I love the chainsaw. Yeah. That one is fucking awesome. And on
so good.
On the full sample, it starts with it goes ring, ding, like it's the chainsaw falling. That was a lot of fun.
Good.
I like that.
Yeah, good job there. If you could show your 18-year-old self one band you love now to develop your taste faster / better, what would it be?
That's a great question. I was so punk and so stuck in like the youth crew, less heavy thing that my answers are going to be vast. Marauder was there
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. 18, I liked a lot of the same things I like. Yeah, no. Yeah. So Warning, Watching from a Distance, I think if I had found that when it came out, I would have found myself a lot sooner and figured some things out. Because that came out in 2006, And I probably heard it in 2011, you know?
You said 2006, and I went, For Those Once Loyal came out 2006. I'm going to say both were. I'm going to say For Those Once Loyal. For sure. Because I didn't like, when I was in high school, I graduated 2006. So when I was in high school, especially the earlier Bolt Thrower stuff, I would have been like, oh, this is like too sloppy. I don't get this. You know, I was like, Master Killer's perfect. So if I'm going to listen to heavy, why do I want to listen to slop? I want to listen to like.
But it's not all slop before, because Honor, Valor, Pride is like just as sturdy as
Realm of Chaos, War Master. I'm talking like the first few things.
Even War Master's pretty tight.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude.
In Metal and Realm of Chaos are really the only ones that are pretty sloppy.
I'm literally thinking of a fill on Unleashed, where it's like shika, and it's like his feet and his upper body are two different halves.
I love that though. That just makes me sure that it's a human.
Yeah, but at the time I think we know it was human.
Sure. Yeah, I guess. No, I mean a lot of Scott Burns shit is triggered to hell, which you can't really tell. Now you know it's fucking triggered because they're all using the same damn trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Straight Edge feels like it's on an upswing lately. Gorgeous, beautiful. Have you been checking out any newer bands? If so, which one do you think folks should check out? Firestarter.
Yeah,
you got to listen to Firestarter.
Sure. If there's ever a straight edge band that comes across my radar, I listen to it. It's the only thing that cuts right through the mix for me, you know.
Yeah, I'll be kind of zoning out. Somebody will be telling me about something, and then they're straight edge and be like,
Are they?
Excuse me?
Interesting.
I love them. Oh yeah, I know. I've heard it. I love them.
Yeah.
If you could bring back a previous guest to run through the fast food tier list, who would it be?
Dude, Brody would be a good one for this.
Yeah, we should do that. It's a great one.
Who eats? Dude, I would love to have the fucking Grid Boys just on.
Just for that? Yeah, that sounds great.
For food. Yeah, that's my answer.
I would love to do a full fast food tier list with Maddie too. Wow. That'd be good.
Remember he texted us after our episode about Baja. He did not like Baja Blast. Heartbreaking.
Personal problem. Skill issue.
Most successful chef we know. Multiple restaurants. Skill issue.
Yeah, skill issue. He doesn't like Taco Bell. That's his problem.
That's his problem.
What's in store for the future of HardLore? Which guests in these past 100 episodes had the greatest impact on you?
Future of HardLore, I think you and I both just want to do more live stuff.
Yeah, live and in-person stuff is definitely the goal, long-term goal.
It's the best.
At some point, I think once the pit is up and running, we got an idea for Bo to come out for like maybe a couple days a month, hit a bunch of episodes so that we're just always there,
knock stuff out. Yeah, so it'll look good, it'll sound good, it'll all be banked. But also, I want to do fucking, especially after like going to a couple comedy shows within the last few months, I want to do live stuff of our own.
Yeah, I mean, the Outbreak one I hated just because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
The Sound and Fury one, I was on fire. I was back. I love that one.
Yeah, you were firing on all cylinders for sure.
I was like, okay, I got to make up for that bullshit. And I felt like I was really locked in on that one. So if we could do that over and over again, it sounds great. Which guests in the past had the greatest impact on you?
Maddie Watkins.
Maddie Watkins was beautiful.
Is an immediate.
Truly, that felt really special.
Immediate, just like, oh, fuck.
The Paris one felt like actual journalism for really like the first real time.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a good point.
That felt like, I think that I got the most texts.
Yeah.
About that one.
That was the one where like my old head friends were like, good episode this week. And I was like, thank you.
I was like, y'all, what? You know what I do? That's crazy. Let's see.
That was a good
favorite internet series pre-2015.
Say that again.
Favorite internet series pre-2015. What
does that mean?
Internet? I think like YouTube, like series, like Smosh and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck.
You remember Lonely Girl 15?
Yeah.
She was wild, dude. She was ahead of her time. She was like doing like fake scripted thing. It was presented as like a vlog on YouTube.
Yes.
where she was pretending to be like this girl who was like getting kidnapped or going through something, and it turned out to be fake. Pretty dope.
I thought for a second, I think I'm confusing that with whatever Dee from Always Sunny she has a internet series, and I think it's Lonely Girl something else.
Oh, that's
I think
amazing.
I'm confusing one with the other. I like lame tech shit. So I like the Linus Tech Tips was something that I would put on and literally just watch him build computers.
Dude, I want to beat him in the head with a hammer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
something about him.
Sense.
Just a hammerable guy.
Everything about him, like everything about him except for his vast knowledge.
Yeah, no, I accept that he's a smart guy, but something about him is hurtable. I'm a big MKBHD guy. I love him. I love MKBHD. If I get a new device, if I get a new item, I Google MKBHD item, and then he's there. Hilarious. He's got me. You ever watch a review of a thing you've already bought?
Yeah.
Isn't that the time. Best? And dude, they say something and you're like, agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the Leo meme. Pretty much any purchase over like $60, and I do that.
Like it's already there.
Yeah.
You're actively using it and then watching a review like, yep. No, that is true actually.
Mm-hmm. Hey, a 30-day return window, anything can happen in 30 days.
That is true. Yeah.
So that return window, I keep it wide open.
Huge.
But like, especially as, getting into like guns and stuff, like, yeah, I watch 1,000 reviews on anything I buy having to do with any major purchase.
Anything, yeah.
Guitar stuff.
Thoughts on the Dillinger reunion, personally, as I'm hyped as fuck. I really like the Mike Patton record. I like that one. They doing that one?
I've heard it because of him. Like I listened to it because of him. It's not really my thing.
Yeah, same. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for them. I'm happy for you all.
So
I love the Mike Patton one. Rips. Let me know when they're doing that one. I'm there. HardLore Fortnite Duos Trio Squads episode when? Episode?
So how would we do it? We would both have to capture our PlayStations and then just have a camera on ourselves, that's not difficult.
Easy. It's not that different than what we do now.
It might sound... No, you're right. I could actually just turn my TV and just play. Huh. Okay.
I would just have to get the same capture card again to capture the gameplay because I use a capture card for this. So could be done. Power rank typo records. Haven't we done that?
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay.
What does power rank mean?
Like in order.
Okay, okay.
Our rankings are wildly different.
Yeah. But do we not share number one? I thought we shared
October Rust?
Yeah, that's my number one.
October Rust, number one. World Coming Down, number two.
I'd be Slow, Deep, and Hard, number two.
Slow, Deep, and Hard, number three.
World Coming Down, number three.
Life is Killing Me, number four.
Yeah, over Bloody Kisses.
100%.
Yeah.
Origin of the Feces.
Dude.
Next.
I might put that over Life is Killing Me. I like the arrangements on it.
I do too, but Life is Killing Me, it's like on the B side has some of the best songs they ever wrote.
I got you.
Then Bloody Kisses, then Dead Again.
Yeah, Dead Again, I don't really need.
I loved it. I like Dead Again a lot. Some of the like post-prison Catholic lyrics are, I get it. I get finding God on the inside, but the guy that writes Jesus Hitler finding God on the inside, a little wild.
A little crazy. What did he go to prison for?
I think assault or something.
Perfect.
Classic. Bo, Naked Raygun, Screeching Weasel, Pegboy fan?
I love Raygun. I like Screeching Weasel, but what's funny, when I was first getting into punk, they have a song called I Hate Led Zeppelin. And I was like, I don't like Screeching Weasel.
Because you love Led Zeppelin. You love the Zepp.
I love Led Zepp. So I was like anti-Screeching Weasel. But yeah, Naked Raygun is probably one of the most underrated bands for modern hardcore. Like I don't think many people know about Raygun as a band.
Interesting.
Very melodic punk.
Can we pool our money together to get a Neglect reunion? Man, that might be the actual last one now.
And it's so funny because they're getting more and more niche.
Yeah.
Like they're getting more and more like, but there's this one like.
But there's Neglect.
Did Rest in Pieces ever do a reunion?
Yeah, at Black and Blue Bowl 2015
Okay.
or something. It was why Eyes of the Lord was not called Rest in Pain, because they reunited.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Thanks. What is your favorite album / song by a non-traditional musician? Example, Bradley Cooper, Star is Born soundtrack, or Adam Sandler song. Those are good. Adam Sandler songs are good.
Dude, I am a simple goat, and I live on the back of a pickup truck.
So you like those, huh? Those are funny?
That was probably one of the first CDs I ever bought. And I remember thinking, here's proof. I remember being like, wait, there's people who go to see, because you can hear the audience. And I was like,
yeah.
People pay to listen to this? Like it never.
Yeah, people like bangers.
It never made sense to me.
Oh my God, dude. Paris Hilton's Stars Are Blind, fucking masterpiece.
But did Bradley Cooper write that?
No, he sang it.
Yeah, okay.
Tell me something, girl.
So it can be a performance. It doesn't have to be, okay. Because they said bye, so I'm thinking like, oh, okay, who wrote? So
then Rick Moranis' Little Shop soundtrack is the answer.
I love Joaquin in Walk the Line. I think Walk the Line's like an awesome movie.
What a fucking and Val Kilmer in The Doors.
Dude, that's a good one, actually.
Fuck.
That's an Oliver Stone movie.
Dude, the story of how he got that is unbelievable.
What is it? I don't know it.
He was rejected. So he sent in a tape to Oliver Stone he said, I recorded the vocals to one of these. Tell me which one is me and which one is John or Jim. He guessed Val's recording as
So
Jim.
he got it wrong. Holy shit.
Yeah. He's like, that's me. I'm your guy. And he was like, all right, you got it.
And he's great. That's
and he's
excellent.
unbelievable in it. Dude, Val fucking rips, dude.
He's fucking awesome. The Iceman.
He's awesome in everything.
He's awesome.
MacGruber, he's awesome.
He's awesome. He's a decent Batman.
He's a great Batman. When was the last time you watched MacGruber?
Oh, God. I have no idea. Since it came out.
It is unbelievable.
Was that a Saturday Night Live skit?
Yes.
First? That turned into a movie?
It is one of the funniest movies of all time.
Was Austin Powers a Saturday Night Live skit?
No, but I think Lorne Michaels produced it. Because Dr. Evil, and this is a big reason why he had like a falling out with Dana Carvey. Because his Dr. Evil impression is Dana Carvey's Lorne impression. Like the Dr. Evil character.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. I saw a clip of that somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Right. What's the best? I mean, Wayne's World has to be the best Saturday Night Live based movie, right?
Yeah, I would say it's like Wayne's World Superstar. Superstar rocks.
I didn't know that Superstar. I mean, I understand why. So was Superstar ever like a skit?
It was a sketch, yeah.
I got you.
Same people. Like Will Ferrell was Sky.
Got you.
What's your guys' opinion on the band Swear to God? Hard as fuck. Hard. Any plans to do even more within hardcore? Maybe an annual show / fest. You know, we've toyed with that idea. I just don't think we want to be promoters, you know?
No, the stress of like, they need this and he needs this and then we got to get that is just like, I don't know how anybody does it.
I don't want that. And like the promoters in our areas do such a good job that I'd rather just be like, here's our name, book a thing, you know?
Totally. Yeah, I don't want to fucking take away. I wouldn't want to do like, first of all, I don't even know how a HardLore fest would do in Chicago, but we have a fest that you don't want to take away from anything.
Yeah. Best appetizer.
Now that's a question.
It's mozzarella stick.
It is some kind of fried cheese, isn't it?
It's mozzarella stick.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you a question.
100%, right?
I think so. I'd love an onion ring.
I could give her.
Really?
I'm over them.
I like a spinach artichoke dip kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know,
a dip and a stick.
Yeah,
perfect day.
Yeah, you know what's fucked up? Spending a lot of time in Wisconsin recently. A lot of places up there, if you order cheese curds, they don't have marinara sauce, and that to me is crazy. They got fucking ranch and bullshit. Always blue cheese.
Here's the and like so. You just shut up for a second because I'll tell you what the best.
I'm going to mute and yell at you while you're explaining this.
The best move with a mozzarella stick is marinara first, ranch second. Take the bite. Unbelievable.
Absolutely disgusting.
What I said was marinara first, ranch second.
I just think it's very unnatural to have anything with like a breading and a cheese and then not have a tomato acidic element. That's like bizarre.
Yeah, man, I do both. That's the thing.
I can see that. I get it. That's fine.
Layer of tomato, another layer of cream.
Hey, if and when you ever have to go to Olive Garden, what's the soup you would get?
The chicken gnocchi, obviously.
What
am I, a fucking loser?
Well, I like the zuppa Toscana, the sausage potato.
The ham one.
Kale. No, it's sausage, potato, and kale.
It has ham vibes though.
It's got bacon in it. It's not ham.
Ham vibes. Yeah. It gives ham. Dude, the chicken gnocchi one is fucked. It's unbelievable.
It's awesome.
Do you get us a boat of Alfredo sauce with the?
I don't.
Yeah, dude. The fucking sticks.
Oh, for the sticks, I get marinara sauce.
What?
I like a red sauce. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. I like a red sauce.
You don't need all that acid. Give it up. Give up the acid. That's a long question.
Is it good?
A few times you guys have mentioned the ethos that is the backbone and foundation of hardcore. I came up in punk and DIY, so I know what that means to me, but could you expand on what it means to you two personally? I think this concept might be lost on a lot of people nowadays and should be talked about more. Love the show. Thanks so much for all you do.
You know what's funny? I don't for a second think it's lost on anyone playing in a band, doing shows, or in otherwise like directly involved. Yeah. And I think it is like kind of, and I'm not trying to sound like, oh, the internet, but it is kind of like a more of an internet concept to be like, how is this a hardcore band? It's like, well,
no, 100%.
Because they're friends. They go to every show and they get it. Like that's
the ethos is just is being there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before you're in a band, you are there because you want to be there. You live it. That's the ethos. They've No Pressure lived it before they were singing, Yeah. Story So Far lived it before they were singing.
Or a great example, something that left an impression on me was like knowing Terror had just gotten back from a really long tour, Harm's Way playing, I think Cobalt, honestly.
Yeah.
And Martine was at the show.
I mean, that's every day of his life.
So that's what I'm saying is like this guy Martine has more of an excuse than anyone on earth to be like, I got to stay home.
100%.
He's at the show and he's just there.
He was at the fucking Fleshwater show the other day. I don't know where he was the day before or the day after, but you know you're going to see him. He's going to be at the bar. You're going to see him from across the way. You're going to see him at the end. He's going to go, ah. It's beautiful. The ethos is you show up because you want to be there. You care. You live it. You got to live it.
You got to live it.
It's like the distinction of hard and heavy. You know it when you see it. You know it when you hear it. Something that isn't genuine screams not genuine, and you know.
Yeah.
When it's real, it's real. Be real. Point. And then that's that. If you're real, you're hardcore. Thoughts on This Is Hardcore lineup? Exceptional. Maybe the best one they've ever done.
Yeah, it looks really fucking good.
Truly impressive. They outdid themselves. Congrats. This Is Hardcore team. Outstanding work.
I am curious. We haven't really talked about it, but what the plan was going to be for Leeway and now what it is for Leeway since Eddie's passing.
It is. We haven't talked about it because something we have coming up is essentially like a big, beautiful tribute to them. So I wanted to kind of save that to them. But man, what a loss. Mm-hmm. Eddie's contributions to hardcore changed the genre forever. Changed my life for sure. The trajectory of just what I like and what I play. It's devastating. But I think he was in a lot of pain for a long time.
Yeah. And
if there's any silver lining to it, it's that he's truly in a better place.
Yeah. And I believe I could be misspeaking, but I believe Joe posted something about like they booked them so that Eddie could do one more.
One more, yeah.
And that's just wild to think about.
Crushing, yeah. I mean, I hope that it still can happen in some capacity.
Other people singing or something.
Yeah,
Could be.
I would do whatever they need.
Awesome.
I'd be happy to help. But yeah, that's beautiful. What are the chances of you getting someone from Typo on the show? Good, strong.
Hot, yeah, strong. I really want one guy.
That's the guy that's going to be tough.
I really want Josh.
We want Josh so bad.
He's been gone. He's been hiding.
If you could ask Danzig one question, what would it be?
How?
Yeah, no, 100%. There would be a lot of semicolons and commas in that one question.
Hi, my name is Colin and I just want to tell you that you are my favorite. Semicolon. In 1978.
A lot of the chord progressions are so like music 101, but done in a way and in amounts that make very little sense unless the lyrics and melodies were entirely written before the music was. So I just want to know what came first every time.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like he, in his mind, had lyrics and melodies completely done and then just put whatever riff fit over it.
The song, Some Kind of Love, Some Kind of Hate, the way that it's played, the Ramones could play that song, right?
Yeah.
No problem. Joey Ramone singing over that is not going to sing it the same as Danzig, and it's going to be a completely different song. The way that his melodies go against the chord progression, which is as simple as it gets, it's 3 notes,
yeah.
But it's the resolve of na 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 like that, and knowing to then go higher, like the way that he wrote the melodies is that's
100%. That's the magic. A lot of the songs sound wrong when you play them without vocals. There's like a weird note in there in a lot of them where you're like, is that right? And then you sing over it and you're like, oh my God, it is.
Dude, Astro Zombies. Like it sounds.
And then there's like one of the songs that we played has a fucked up note that would like fuck us up every time. Where we'd be like, can that possibly be right? And once you sing, it's like, okay, yeah, it definitely is. It's so weird how that works.
I would ask him about there's a lot of lore to Glenn. God, would I love to talk to him.
Probably the most.
Where
do you even start? Okay, Danzig 3, who left the snare mic on while you were singing? How did that happen?
How was the snare drum next to the microphone that you were singing?
If you feel alive, if you know the answer. Brutal.
I would probably ask, because there's eras of that band too, and the early like the Cough Cool era. I would ask something along the lines of like, did you know what you were doing in any way? Were you aware of the impact you were having?
I feel like he did. Dude, they had the Fiend Skull, had the vibe set. They looked sick off the bat. Like they had more of a presentation than any band of that era.
Henry Rollins has 3 Misfits tattoos and got them in the 80s. You know what I mean?
Like that's how cool you are. It's crazy.
It's my favorite, dude. The coolest.
That's a lot like hearing about, which a lot of you will hear about soon, bands in 1986 covering the Cro-Mags.
Right.
It's crazy. Would you rather be stuck in space or deep underwater?
Space, dude.
Space, 100%.
Water is the worst. There's a thing called submechanophobia, which I think everyone has, but it's the idea of structures or any kind of mechanical thing like an oil rig existing underwater. Ugh. When I think about the bottom of oil rigs with like the barnacles and it's just like cement underwater, it makes me hot. It makes my body
There's no
hot.
reason for that, any of that.
No.
We're past that.
Stop the drilling.
What is the best couple tracks band ever and why is it Creed? Honestly, Creed's got more than a couple tracks.
Yeah. I was gonna say they're past a couple tracks. A couple tracks is 2 to 3.
They've got a full Perfect Records worth of songs.
Mm-hmm.
Worth of bangers.
I think a couple tracks is legitimately 2 to 3. And my
2
answer,
to 3.
maybe not the definitive answer, but the answer that comes immediately to mind is Disturbed. They got a couple tracks, dude. Because that's also the implication of a couple tracks is like you're willing to be like, this is kind of a hot take.
The best couple tracks band ever is Toto.
Wow.
Truly. Because they got
Hold the Line, Roxana in Africa. Or Rosanna
and like a cover of While My Guitar Gently Weeps and a couple more. And I love them. You know?
yeah, but you're not listening to 1, 2, 3, and 4.
No, yeah. I'm not. And it's like, dude, four is the one that like all those songs are on.
Yeah.
And it was basically, they were pretty much told like, hey, if this isn't a hit, you're done. You're out. And it was a fucking hit. But yeah, they are the best couple tracks band of all time. I've heard a lot of Faith No More praise. Are you fans of Mr. Bungle? How about no?
Yeah, no, not really.
I don't dislike him or anything. It's just not for me.
It just kind of, with all due respect, feels like Mike Patton music for the sake of Mike Patton music.
It's penis music.
Yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah. I can guess what it is.
It's penis music.
Like look,
the whole genre of penis music. Like the Sasanta tour of the time, like respect to Primus, one of my favorite bands. Penis music. It's for penis guys, you know?
Explain.
It's you know when you hear it. This is a Miller family classic.
Got you.
The penis music distinction.
Just
perfect circle. Penis music. Penis guys. It's for penis guys. Tool.
Pussifer.
Big time penis music. Dude, you know Pussifer's Penis Kings.
Yeah. I mean, Tool is called Tool because it's penis.
The logo was just a penis.
A penis, yeah. So that makes...
This is penis music.
Pioneers
Mr. Bungle's definitely for penis guys.
Gotcha, yeah.
Primus, way up there in the penis spectrum, and I worship them, you know? Worship the penis that Primus stands on. Best Fortnite drop spot.
Dude.
Right now it's Grimgate.
Grimgate's cool. I love the little jump boost. It's fucking sick. I really like...
Oh, the jump boost is good.
Mount Olympus is awesome. No one lands there.
Brawler's next to it. That's the spot.
Okay.
Because Ares assault rifle is there.
Oh, I see. I didn't know
Dude,
there was
it's
like...
the Star...
Oh,
what?
yeah, that's today.
It's today. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, we got to get going. Dude,
Yeah.
You know what would be funny? There was I think it was a Cumtown episode where they're doing an episode in one of the dudes is just playing Red Dead Redemption and just like talking.
Oh, it's Adam, I think.
We should do an episode where we're just playing Fortnite but not addressing it. We're just playing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Brawlers and Grimgate and there's a little town right above Fencing Fields where this woman that I call what?
Isn't it Paradise Piazza or something? Something like
No, Pleasant Piazza. That's a different thing. It's okay. An unnamed location but one of my favorite NPC is there. I call her the Chug Queen.
Oh.
Because every 20 seconds she chugs you.
Oh, nice.
Twice.
Damn. See, I don't know these secrets.
Gotta get her. And then the one at Lavish Lair, she scans.
Oh, okay.
You ever get fucked up by somebody who scanned your ass?
No. I don't know what that means.
Well, there'll be like a ping, and it'll be like a blue thing across the floor, and you'll hear a noise. Oh. That means they've scanned you, and they know where you are.
They know. Can they like see you through walls and shit?
No, yeah. You're just a red glowing thing when they see you wherever for like 10 seconds or something. But the Chug girl, the Chug Queen, when she chugs you, feels good.
You know what I think is bullshit about that game is that you can pull out your glider one time. Like,
yeah,
you should be able to,
or if you find a jump pad on the ground.
Yeah, you should be able to like use the glider. Like fall damage is a silly thing in that game,
and it's brutal. Fall damage and the storm.
I got the storm
devastating
the other night. I was top 5. Storm got me. It's so embarrassing.
You ever been number 2 in the storm gets you?
No, I don't think so.
Them winning to the storm.
Yeah,
I would kill I would think I would be. That's dishonorable.
Yeah, that's Howard Curie.
There's no honor in that. Yeah. Winning, it's like, that's not a win. I wouldn't emote, personally.
I wouldn't emote.
I wouldn't emote. What's your favorite emote right now?
So I got this like cartoon kitty cat is my avatar or whatever.
Meowscles?
I don't know. I just
His
like
name is Meowscles.
the black and white cat.
Is he buff?
He's so buff.
Yeah, it's Meowscles.
So there's one where a song just starts playing and he like flexes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's it. I'm honestly waiting for Star Wars Pirates.
Pirates is going to be a while, but it's going to be good. The gritty is, obviously a go-to. Killing somebody, and then Gangnam Style, unbelievable. Right now, I do this one, the fucking.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay.
The Alua Mark one. That one's good. Thoughts on the Beastie Boys? Nothing but love and respect. Big fan.
I'm not like I mean, there's pictures of, I think it was Adam playing bass for the Cro-Mags. So that's all you need to say. You know what I mean?
I think they were our oldest brother's favorite band, first favorite group.
Yeah.
So I've heard Beastie Boys more than I've heard most things, and I love them.
But here's the thing. The song Girls and Brass Monkey, I never need to hear it ever again in my entire life. That's just not music made for Bo. Yeah, because it's like, if I'm gonna
LeBron trash type beat.
If I'm gonna listen to hip hop, I like it either to be really melodic and kind of pleasant, or hard. I don't want silly. It's the same.
Hard hip hop is the best thing ever.
It's but it's like Bloodhound Gang or something. That's not music that I'm gonna listen to,
dude. But how good is that one song?
Not good. It's more.
Are you fucking kidding me?
It's more musical comedy. It's like you're talking about.
No, that's not funny.
The Mammals song.
That song's amazing.
It's not funny. Every joke is an innuendo. Or every lyric.
So. I don't think it's funny. I don't find anything funny about it. I think it rocks. Dude, the song is good.
Yeah, musically it's pretty. But sex, baby, I don't need that.
I mean, yeah. I don't care about that.
Don't need it.
Good video. Monkey Suit?
Good video, yeah. Good video.
After 100 episodes, are you still bromancing?
No, we're divorced.
Sickening. We're divorced. Still discovering new things about each other? Definitely.
Yeah, often.
Can we get a Christmas in July Master Killer Christmas movies with Alec Faber?
That's a good idea.
Sounds fun.
I would
like that.
I would like if Real Deal, I'm gonna put an idea out there. I told you I kind of wanted to do a history thing and just have it on our Patreon as just more
Professor
content.
Bo.
Professor Bo, you have a great idea for that we'll do. But I've just thought if I did
let's do a Professor Bo segment right now.
Okay. Explain what that is.
Professor Bo, Bo is a bit of a history buff, The guy just knows shit. I'll come up with I'll have a crazy example and he'll know something about it. Why is Catholicism Italian?
Why is Catholicism Italian? Well, the church was founded in Rome.
Why? What the fuck does that got to do with Italy?
The church was founded in Rome.
Well, I know, I get that. It was the church is in Rome. What the fuck? Why is the Pope important? Italy got nothing to do with Jerusalem.
Okay, so there's I'm going to try and make this a minute long. The Apostle Peter, for whom Christ said he was going to build his church upon, founded the church in Rome. The Romans were in charge.
Peter himself.
Yeah, Peter. St. Peter. He founded Catholicism. It's called St. Peter's Basilica.
Poppycock.
So, and also Vatican City is actually not in Rome, technically. It's its own country, which is fucked up. The Pope is in charge of Catholicism just because of the crazy-ass hierarchy that they made with it, which is why when Martin Luther, who my German teacher believes was a distant relative of mine, by the way, due to my last name, Martin Luther, when he translated Luther. When he translated the Bible from Latin into, it wasn't German. It was a different language that a lot of people spoke. It was such a big deal because you're cutting out the middlemen of priests and the clergy. You don't need them anymore. You just read the Bible. You used to have to go to a priest and be like, I have this going on. What does the Bible tell you? Right. And that's why it was such a big deal. But the reason it was there is because Peter went basically into the belly of the beast to preach and to convert
to convert people.
the Catholics. Yeah, and
Jesus
he
himself
got crucified upside down. That's
Peter. Oh yeah, no, he's got the dopest cross. It's the best one.
It's a crazy one.
He owned the upside down cross is for St. Peter. It's badass.
Yeah.
So Peter himself was told by
Christ.
What era of Christ?
Pre-death.
Pre-death.
Yeah.
So Peter believed him.
Yeah, well, so Peter was...
Which was that heretical at the time?
They all were heretics.
Yeah.
All 12 of them. And Peter was the one who denied knowing Christ 3 times before the dawn.
Fucking pussy. So he was a pussy, too.
But that's when he was like, oh my God, I did it. I have to do everything this guy says. Like, he was right.
Okay.
And that's why he went. And that's also why he insisted, no, don't kill me the same way as my Christ. And they're like, all right, we're going to do it upside down.
We're going to do it upside down, pussy.
Yeah.
So he moves to Italy.
They all went all over. They all like...
To spread the word.
This is the story, by the way. I'm not 100% certain that any of this actually happened. Yeah.
It is a story. It's a beautiful tale of fiction.
Yeah.
It's an amazing fictional story. Yeah. I heard the other day, I went to a Seder for the first time.
Really?
Yeah. It was fun.
Okay.
Did you know that Moses parting the Red Sea was bullshit?
Well, obviously.
Obviously it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But he depended on the wind this time, and it just happened to happen at the perfect time. That was just a thing that happened to the Red Sea. And he was like, behold, fuck, I hope this works. and it worked.
But that didn't happen.
I know. But they think it did.
That is some scholar going, okay, how do we explain this?
But I'm saying a few billion people out there believe that sea moved. That was magic.
Yeah, that was magic.
Jesus magic.
There's all kinds. Dude, you ever watch the Charlton Heston Moses movie? It's on every Easter.
Yes. It's awesome.
It is awesome. It's fucking awesome. My mom and I would watch it every year, so it's kind of tradition. Yeah. And it's Lord of the Rings level magic. Everything in it is just like, well, I turned my stick into a snake.
So where's that? Give me that. I'm in. You know?
It's a hilarious thing when talking, and I'm not trying to if you are a person of faith, I'm not slandering you. I'm talking obviously.
I don't give a shit. I'm on team Glenn Benton here.
Yeah. But
kill them all.
When I think about people who have faith, in modern Christian faith, how it's well, obviously Old Testament stuff that's all metaphor, and they're telling stories, blah blah, and then but New Testament,
they're not.
That's history. That's real. It's just what?
What are you talking about? You loosely translated this 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And now it's bullshit?
Yeah, now it's bullshit.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Can you guys talk each a little bit about gear? I'd like to know what you use and how you use it when touring, opposed to one-offs or local shows. Maybe show your guitar bass collection.
The reason Professor Bo and all that stuff came up was, in addition to doing a history thing, I think it would be fun to have Real Deal as part of.
That would be
That's
fun.
why I was bringing it up. It's just a little extra thing. It's just here's this thing also.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Hey, this great movie just came out.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it for 2 hours. Yeah, that's fun.
That's sick.
Talk a little bit about gear. I'd like to know what you use and how you use it when touring.
You just got a whole new rig. You should talk about it.
I did. I'm rigged up, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. You have a solid. They call that a bedroom rig. You know?
Dude, it's so simple too.
Yeah.
And I've got a nice, beautiful new Pelican that it just snugly fits in. What's better than that?
Nothing better than that, dude. Pelican is the game changer.
Listen, to everybody out there, if you're listening to this, you're in a band, you play guitar, you play bass, you got a fucking pedal board that you have to carry around without wheels. Quit your dicking around. Quit fucking around.
Yeah.
Get a just save your money for a month.
Yep.
Get a Pelican. It's a game over.
Yeah, they're the best. They're guaranteed for life.
For life, dude. That's your whole life.
If anything breaks, they will get you a new part.
It's crazy.
It's the best. So yeah, what do you have the new, what's that new amp you got? He's got a few.
This is the SNK Bludgeon.
Yeah.
Which it's pretty much a JMP clone.
Right. And
it's an 8-pound JMP.
And it's a solid state. It's just.
It is solid state. I think there's some kind of tube preamp in it or something.
That would make sense.
But it's so simple. It's so easy. It like if I had 0 pedals, I could still get a like great distorted tone out of it.
Yeah.
But with the Oni, I literally don't need anything else.
It's perfect. I use the Quad Cortex into a Seymour Duncan power amp. I use one reverb pedal that has like a self oscillation knob for noise that I like, and then one Boss Digital delay for the glitch thing that we do in a couple songs, and that's it. Into a Mesa 412. And
what are you using for a guitar right now?
Right now, it's still that Ibanez made a Les Paul in 2017, 2018. It was a made in Japan AZ model, and they don't make them at all anymore. Like none of the line, and I fucking love it. That was one that got stolen, and we got it back. And then
like literally got it back.
Got it back.
Wow.
The backup, and then the backup is a different AZS model, like a Strat kind of looking.
Oh, okay.
This is your Dunnable? Yeah.
Yeah, this is Dunnable R2 V2. This was a prototype. So I didn't really get to customize it, but I also didn't really have to.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah, it rocks. And then I use it.
You have that Strat that you have, and then that guitar both play so well.
That Strat is fucking unreal. I'll never get rid of that.
Yeah, that's honestly, a perfect feeling guitar.
That's my C sharp guitar forever.
Yeah, I would probably, personally, I would move the one volume pot that's too close to the bridge. My hand would hit it. Like, that's like the only customization I would do. But I love that guitar. But yeah, we played, Nick still plays the 6505, and like I played tube heads and toured tube heads for years. But when
and it's just you don't have to do it.
You don't have to anymore. Everything sounds really good. And when as you said at the beginning of this episode, when you're flying out and doing stuff a lot, you're kind of hoping someone has something you can borrow, or you're hoping to fest.
You have to. It's like there's no way to coordinate exactly what you're going to be using.
Yeah.
And there's no way to know if it's going to fucking die when you get there.
Yeah. So now I have a thing that if my entire rig got lost or blew up, I could borrow someone's Quad Cortex, download my profile into it, and have my set list ready to rock.
That's pretty crazy.
It's the best. It's the best. So I'm all
in.
I
just have a JMP in that's lighter than my pedal board.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. A 9-pound JMP.
It's amazing. SNK pedals. There's probably like 5 left. Yeah. Isaac just bought one. So there's probably like 4 left. So check them out. We got to take a little break to tell you about some stuff.
Boy, oh boy, do we.
First off, let's talk about Mad Vintage.
I love Mad Vintage.
My God, this young man has done for us.
Luke is building an
empire. And what Luke can do for you. Look at the site right now. You're gonna click the description, the link. You're gonna see shirts you've been looking for your whole fucking life. You're gonna see shirts that the people in bands you've been wearing your whole life have been, and you go, how the hell can I get that?
Where do you get
Luke's
that?
Got it for you.
Luke's got them. He has everything from punk, metal, hardcore, rock.
Yeah.
Some hip hop stuff, some like movie stuff. I mean, hundreds and hundreds of dope.
If you listen to this show and you share similar interests as us,
yeah.
Mad Vintage is the place to go. I'm telling you, quit dicking around.
Quit it.
I'm going to say that again later. Go to madvintage.com. Check out the wares. It's insane. What's the code?
It's code HardLore15.
You get 15% off. And some of these shirts are expensive, $300, $400. 15% off adds up. This episode is also brought to you by AG1, our beloved foundational nutritional beverage. Best part of our day.
Yep, just woke up, haven't drank mine yet, and I literally cannot wait to. It's right there.
And all you need is an empty stomach, 12 to 16 ounces of cold water, a little scoop of this yummy little grainy green powder. You shake it up, you suck it down, your life is better. Your body is better.
100%.
Straight up. You don't drink it, you're going to have a worse day. And you'll be wondering, why is my day so much worse?
Even if you're not interested in like fitness and like working out and stuff, all people who are like nutritionists, blah, blah, they all advise you to take. If you can't sit down and have like a huge meal or have a salad or like do the thing, which can take time and whatever, take a powdered green.
It is the first thing a personal trainer will tell you.
Yes, 100%.
I recommend the AG1. You'll go, I get it for free.
Yeah,
but
we get it.
people that listen to HardLore, they get 5 free travel packs and a year's supply of vitamin D.
Which is really funny because when did we start working with AG1?
Over a year ago.
And I just ran out of the drops. So it really does last.
It is literally 1 year. And you're going to
supply.
get that for free if you use our code. If you go to athleticgreens.com/hardlore, change your life, change your body, fix yourself. AG1. This episode is also brought to you, as always, by our beloved Manscaped. Almost 2 years going now.
Dude.
Our first sponsor, still here.
Still here. The goats. They never stop believing in the dream. They were always here. Similarly to AG1, I cannot wait to use my various Manscaped products as soon as we wrap this. I'm going to shower.
I went on a hike. I have not showered yet. It is 10 a.m.
Good God.
I'm just chilling here because I'm going to go to the gym still, you know?
No. I'm not talking about the stink. I'm talking about how early you wake up.
Oh, yeah. Today was a 5:30.
But either way, Manscaped's got you covered.
Manscaped's got you covered. And if you're doing what I'm doing, guess what I did before this episode after the hike? Crop revive.
Revived.
Crop mop.
Oh.
All the above. Show them some love. Scape them up.
Wow. Scape them up. Yeah, we're big fans of Manscaped. If you use code HardLore, you get 20% off plus free shipping.
Great underwear. Great trimming products. Great cleaning products.
Yeah, the scrubber is awesome. My skin is great because I scrub.
100%.
Yeah.
My pores have never been in better shape. Thanks to Manscaped for the last 2 years. Back to the episode. Beautiful. What's a jingle you can't get out of your head? I'll tell you what, and I doubt you've ever heard this one.
Okay.
The radio exclusive In and Out ad.
Yeah, I never heard it.
Is one of the greatest jingles of all time. It has like a fucking minor chord harmony in it.
Whoa.
It goes in and out. In and out. That's what a hamburger's all about. Banger, dude.
Lately I've had NBK, have it your way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had that in my head.
Pretty good.
Recently. Do you have any? When you were growing up, did you guys have an Empire, the carpet guy?
800, 300, Empire today.
Yeah,
banger.
Fuck yeah, that one goes.
JG Wentworth, banger.
JG Wentworth.
What's some other bangers?
Luna?
The General.
Dude, the General.
And then Shaq is like, call the General.
Call the General. It's the best. 773-202. Luna. That's a Chicago.
I don't know that one.
Yeah, 773 is a Chicago area code. So I'm realizing as I was singing it that might be a regional one.
Yeah, I definitely never heard that one.
It was another Empire. It was a carpet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Those are good. In and Out, though, is my number one jingle all
Sounds
time.
about right. Yeah.
What albums within the last few years do you think will be regarded as classic hardcore albums in a day or two? And a decade or two. Apologies. Ooh.
The God's Hate record, the self-titled for sure.
Thank you.
The Chisel Retaliation. For sure.
I think Drain, the first Drain one.
The Pain of
Gulch
Truth
LP.
Yeah.
The which one?
LP.
Pain of Truth LP for
Pain
sure.
of Truth LP, yeah.
Cosmic Joke, self-titled, obviously.
Mind Force. Like all the ones that I think you would expect.
Yeah, which one, honestly?
Yeah. I think all the records that you kind of like look at a fest and see who's headlining, and there you go. It's kind of the answer.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like something I couldn't believe, you know?
The Missing Link record, dude.
Dude,
like,
that new Missing Link record rips.
Early contender for remembered from a decade from now.
Just wait, man.
Yeah.
You guys are going to love it. It is truly going to scratch an itch that you motherfuckers are dying for.
Yeah. Brody the other day described it as a record made for Brody. And it was like,
that is true.
That is true.
That is a fact. Favorite releases of the year so far, hardcore or not? The Apparition record and the Chisel record, 100%. Not hardcore related, but you guys are pretty well tatted. Some of our favorite artists that you've gotten tattooed by. Mark Nava, Marina Inoue, Heather Bailey.
Heather fucking Bailey.
Those are probably Kane Gordon. That's our buddy.
My 3 last tattoos. I probably went like 6 years without getting tattooed once, and then 3 in a row were Heather Bailey.
Yeah, she's incredible. Just the best person, too.
Yeah, she rocks.
Everybody I also just said is the best person as well. Marina did my first tattoo ever, and I trust her with my life. Recently got married to Graham from High Viz. Congrats to them.
Oh, awesome.
Heather is the betrothed to Anthony Anzaldo, of course. She's the only tatter we've talked to on the show. You can hear some words from her in Anthony's episode.
Love that
Kane
episode.
Gordon played in a bunch of Jacksonville hardcore bands. He's awesome. Mark Nava, one of my best buddies. Arizona HC. Also big time like Misfits collector.
Oh, love
like
that.
known in the Misfits collector world.
Really? See, that's a world that I can't get into.
You might as well buy a Rolex.
Yeah,
you know?
I decided really early on, I'm never going to go for OG Misfits stuff. I'll go for boots, no problem. Not OG stuff.
Even the boots are $1,000.
Right,
Easy.
yeah, totally.
It's crazy, dude.
So there you go.
Put together the best tour with your respective bands. Who would be the opener, 2 of 4, direct support, your band headlining?
Twitching would headline. I think honestly, you would break up God's Hate and Twitching Tongues with Harm's Way just to break up God's Hate and Twitching Tongues.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, kind of makes the most sense.
And then who's opening?
A Dead Body could open. It'd be pretty fucking sick.
Oh, this is not what they want to hear. I think we have to do this for both of us.
Oh, I guess I thought they meant with our bands.
No, I think like each of us.
Oh, okay.
All right, so let's say it's Switching, which I never call it that. Tongues. The Tongues are headlining. Direct support would be Deicide. 2 of 4 would be Morbid Angel. Opener would be
Obituary.
opener would be New World Man.
That's pretty good.
New World Man, Morbid Angel, Deicide, Twitching Tongues. Great tour.
That's a good tour. Do we have to headline?
I think you have to headline.
Fuck it. I would, even though it wouldn't work, I'm going to book it this way to make it work.
You think that would work?
Yeah.
This would be the most legendary walkout in history.
Okay. So it would go Harm's Way headlining, Godflesh direct, which I think we could get some people to stay. I think some people would stay after Godflesh.
Yeah.
And then I want a 3-band package. So then I just want like a dope opener with locals. I don't know who could open a cool thing like that. Something weird. Choir boy. Something bizarre.
There you go. What is the best movie twist of all time?
Oh, man. Great question. Probably The Prestige we've talked about. So
Prestige is unbelievable.
let's choose one other than that because we talked about that kind of at length.
Old Boy is a good one. Makes you feel bad.
Yeah. I think, obviously, it's also a cliche, but Sixth Sense is pretty fucking crazy.
I mean, watching it again is even gnarlier.
Right. Because it's done really well.
Because it's the whole time. Yeah. They've been giving it to you the whole time.
It's right in front of you the whole time.
Yeah. But let's see. What's a good 7? Obviously, great. Twist.
What's the twist in 7?
That Kevin Spacey's in the movie.
Yeah.
That the whole time it was Kevin Spacey, which is way scarier now. I mean, the one in Split really fucking got me.
That one, because that also, you're talking about like the post credit.
Yeah, the fact that you just unknowingly watched a sequel to Unbreakable. That twist was so good that we started Real Deal.
Yeah, right.
That's what happened.
That was awesome.
Insane.
Dude, Shawshank.
Oh, just the poster?
You had no idea the whole time that he was digging a tunnel. That's fucking
What's funny is the short story is her name is in the title.
Oh, really?
Rita Hayworth, is that who that is?
Yeah. How about you, Fuzzy Britches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in it's like something about Rita Hayworth is the it's like the Shawshank. Here, let me see. Shawshank.
Was it a Stephen King short story?
Yeah. Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption is what it's called.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, good thing they
pretty cool.
Yeah, but
'cause then
like
it's like, oh, okay, that the twist is in
there
the
she
sound. Cool.
is. Yeah.
Yeah. How much of your lives changed in these 100 episodes? What are some highlights along the way? Oh man, kind of entirely.
Yeah, entirely. I mean,
This is just who we are now.
you and I have both been doing this full time for over a year now.
Yeah. And it's most of the time, if somebody sees me and says something, it's about the show and not music.
The other day after practice, we were eating, and a guy at a light when we were walking out of the restaurant was like, "Hey, love your band," and we were like, "Oh, thanks, man." And then he said, "Great podcast." So I got kind of that's what I want. I want that in that order, though. You know? Like,
Yeah. I'll take what I can get. Obviously,
yeah, true.
It's not like our lives have changed in any substantial way. You know, it's just now we're
not millionaires or anything. Like,
no,
like that.
Now we get 20% off Manscaped and free shipping.
Yeah,
which is great.
I am in a better place mentally for sure.
Nice.
Not
since before the show,
dude. I mean, the jobs I was working before we were able to do this was grinding me to a powder for sure.
Yeah, same.
So that's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best thing ever that has ever happened to either of us, for sure.
For sure.
And that doesn't happen without
y'all.
All you.
All
so
y'all.
Thank you. Oh, man. HardLore X Australia when, assuming Colin survives the flight. Let us know.
Yeah, you book it.
We'd love to.
You book it.
Straight up, book it, and I'm there tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem.
If I got to book it, not soon. Mount Rushmore Metallica riffs.
Oh. Let's see.
Fade to Black intro's got to be. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
As a guy who's not that good at guitar, that boggles my mind.
I could teach it to you, no problem.
I know, but like a child essentially sitting down to write that is crazy to me.
It's true. They got a lot of mileage out of a power chord on B, so 2 on the A string, and then nothing on that 3rd string. So you go boom, ding, ding, boom, ding, ding. That's 1. That's Sanitarium. That's Fade to Black. It's all. But all that is A minor, like play H string, and then a C, play H string. Like it's not.
I know, but it's easy to say all that is after learning it from a YouTube video, you know?
I didn't. I learned it from the recording when I was a kid.
Well, that's impressive.
No, but that's my point is it's not. I guarantee you, if I showed it to you, you would go, oh, it's not that crazy.
But writing that, I'm saying from the perspective of somebody that actively writes music as a 32-year-old man,
yeah,
I hear what this child wrote and I go, that's fucking crazy.
Okay, fair enough. Mount Rushmore. I'm going to say, I mean, the breakdown to Creeping Death is probably the best. And that's something that Kirk claims he wrote when he was 16.
Is that now? No.
Very easy, very simple.
It's so stock, and it's so hard.
But the way it hits and with the die and everything is just like, holy fucking shit. I just got chills, actually.
Blackened Pit, pretty insane, too.
Supposedly a Newstead song.
Song?
That,
what a god,
that
dude.
he brought that to them. They obviously rearranged it and made it fit a little better. But supposedly, I don't know if there's any actual truth to that because I don't think he's, on the writing credits or whatever, but supposedly. But yeah, the man, oh man. And then they give you the fucked up the halftime.
Oh my god. And that's like a studio accident for sure. They're like, just keep doing that, Lars.
Yeah.
Lars, remember where you fucked up right there? Do that again.
And then never play it the same live ever because it never has been. You watch 89 Binge
because
Purge.
It was an accident.
Yeah. You watch Seattle 89. The first 2 times they go through it, it's completely fucked up. They're all kind of just doing whatever. Then there's a fill, and then it's fucked up. So
it's awesome.
That Creeping Death, Master. Oh,
holy shit! That's crazy.
That was the riff that made me go, "Oh, I like this." I heard it on the radio.
That's inhuman. That riff is inhuman.
It's fucking awesome. And then probably Battery.
Me all while singing.
All while singing, yeah.
Like, what are you trying to fucking prove?
The end of that song where it's dun 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 dun, right? My dad heard it one time and he went, "Oh, it's kind of a polka," and he like ruined it for me as a kid. I was like, "Fuck," because it is kind of a yeah. He got
That's
me.
awesome.
But yeah, those would be my 4.
I got you. Mount Rushmore butt rock.
What do you consider
Creed.
butt rock? Yeah,
Creed number 1
Creed.
all time.
Nickelback is obviously,
They got to be up there. I'm not like a champion of Nickelback or anything,
but
like
couple tracks.
this is the Mount Rushmore of butt rock.
You got a couple tracks.
I'm not putting shit like Puddle of Mud on there.
What about
I think Collective Soul counts as butt rock, and that's an incredible man.
you fuck with Godsmack at all?
No, I like the one song.
Voodoo. Yeah. They have that song Standalone.
Yeah, the Scorpion
Stand
King.
Alone.
Yeah.
Song rocks. Pretty good. Singer's got 3 X's on his back. And in an MTV Cribs episode, he says, like, yeah, I keep champagne in here. I don't drink myself, but I keep stuff for anybody who comes over.
In the best breakdowns playlist, Dead Ringer by Knocked Loose is included, but not mentioned. That was a Bo pick that he just forgot to say when we were recording.
Yep, correct.
Jimmy Edgeman episode when? Maybe it tied down.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Jimmy and
Love
Curtis would be fun together.
I love them.
Yeah.
Legends. If you were putting together a show fest named after a song by one band, what band would you choose?
A la Tied Down. HardLore.
Vitalo already did that the best with Life and Death
You're
tour, though.
right.
Mine would be Breeding Grounds.
Next question.
Next question. This is a good question. When do backing tracks become miming? Are we going to see a hardcore or metal adjacent band go full Ashley Simpson when their laptop glitches? Guys, this happens every day.
Happens all the time.
Every day.
Not with what I think we would consider hardcore bands, but
No.
it happens
No.
to aggressive bands all the time.
Every single day in the world, somewhere, some metalcore, deathcore adjacent bands, laptop glitches, and they got to stop playing.
I watched a band get off. They literally said on stage, laptop died, guys, sorry. They ended the set. Watched it happen.
And what happens in that scenario? Do you get paid for the show?
Yeah. Of course. It's an equipment malfunction just like anything else. What's crazy to me is that...
Yeah, but that's your fault. It's 100% your fault.
Yeah, but, one could argue so is a head blowing up or something, which has happened to me. We find a way around it and finish the set for sure. But
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be a backup. Like, hey, how about we just play, guys?
So it's crazy for a band like that to not have a redundancy, to not have another MacBook that's just ready to rock.
Yeah.
When like Harm's Way, we play to a click and there are tracks going that are like some of the textures and
noises
and shit that we do.
You are cool that they're there, but you're not missing them if they're gone.
Yeah, if the iPad died, we could play the whole set, no problem.
Right.
So it's a 2-factor thing. It's if that is gone, can you still play? All right, then I don't give a shit because that's just like anything else.
Yeah.
And then the other is like there was a band on Warped Tour who was very popular, who was at the same tier as us, like same stage level, and they had a somebody who was pantomiming, who was pretending to play because they were singing, and they were not playing
At all?
at all. So I would say that's
Drummer too?
No. Just the one band member.
Okay.
If the drummer's playing to a click, no one else has to do a fucking thing, right? Because anything could be a backing track. So this one particular instrument was not being played because he was singing and like singing. So there
Just don't have it.
Yeah, just don't have it, I guess. To me, I love like if the Tongues were to play to
Thank you.
a backing track where there was like harmonies and stuff played over
Oh,
it, that's totally fine. But if you're doing the kind of like hip hop thing where you press play on your Spotify playlist and you're just singing over
chiming in sometimes.
then that's where it's like, well,
That sucks But that's music outside of hardcore.
Yeah, which we're talking about hardcore.
We're talking about real music, and that's the thing. That's the difference. It's the last real music in the world. Because outside of hardcore music, even in the world right outside of hardcore music, you're getting a 50% synthetic band when you're going to see live music.
Yeah, it's
hardcore's all we got left.
Roger Daltrey of The Who recently played someone's wedding, and he sounds like an 80-something-year-old man because he's an 80-something-year-old man, But then when Won't Get Fooled Again comes on and there's the scream from CSI, that's perfect. And you'll look at the comments, and the comments are, can't believe he could still hit it. That's amazing. What a singer. Like,
that's awesome.
Hundreds of comments of people getting worked.
People really don't know the extent of what backing tracks have done to live music.
Yeah.
And I really, truly could not have any less interest in seeing a perfect thing.
No. You know what's a cool thing is the year that Metallica won their first Grammy, they played it. And it sounds like shit because they insisted on playing it.
It's fucking awesome.
And that's fucking awesome. That's cool.
I want that.
Yeah.
I don't like that the word production has become synonymous with like little noises and sound effects.
Yeah.
Rather than like making a guitar and drums sound good. And sound real.
Real is the...
Just make them... I love real music.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the last kind. As an artist, album covers... This is our good buddy, James Buscema. As an artist, album covers played a huge part in my taste in heavy music as well as finding my own artistic style over the years. Curious if you could share your favorite hardcore albums or ones that immediately made you listen to records.
You know what's funny? And this is going to be sacrilege to you. I don't... Like, Master Killer wasn't one that, like, grabbed me. That was pure music. Yeah, the album art, like...
Yeah.
I have no... Yeah, like, that was... It looks like a toy or whatever,
Yeah.
Didn't grab me.
Love it now.
It's iconic. For me, it was always like there's a European variant to Break Down the Walls where people are diving. It's like a dude in braces with boots on diving and like X'd up fists and stuff. Those were the ones that would grab me.
Yeah.
If I could see an X'd up fist on your record cover,
oh yeah, done.
I was in.
Funny enough, I think a common answer for me for this and Taylor would probably be Satisfaction. Satisfaction
is interesting on so many levels.
Because it's light blue.
It's light blue.
But the name's in fire. So something about it is extreme.
Interesting. And then
also
cursive for Satisfaction.
I love
fucking cursive. And then the picture, is it Boulder who's jumping?
Boulder and Beatty are in there. Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, man.
Funny enough, on a field trip when it came out, I was not familiar with the band Ice Pick yet.
Okay.
I found the record literally on a field trip. Didn't know it was Josta and Isaac.
Oh my God.
Bought it because I liked the album art. And I could not believe it.
Love that.
So it happens every day. A lot of death metal.
That makes sense.
Like Benediction, I definitely checked out because I thought the album art was sick. And then I realized like, oh, these are Bolt Thrower's best friends.
I got South of Heaven because of the artwork.
Really?
For sure. Yeah.
Wow.
Just because I thought it looked cool. I knew who Slayer was. Mm-hmm. I wasn't well versed, but I was like, I know Rain and Blood. This one looks cool,
And Lord is it? Spill the blood? Are you fucking kidding me?
Ghosts of War, dude.
Yeah, that's incredible. Question for Bo. Do you know of anybody who would want to come watch Coheed with me in Chicago?
Yeah, Tywin. That's it.
If you guys weren't musicians and elite podcasters, what would you be doing?
Fucking IT, at-home IT.
I think I would have been dead a long time ago. Realistically, like knowing my mind.
If you weren't doing music?
Without music at all, wouldn't have made it past like 16, 17, 100%. If I hadn't found the things I found, I would not be here. What do you mean when you say /shit on melodic hardcore? Always wondered.
Hardcore. From a guitar playing perspective, you take an octave chord, listen to the first song on Champion, Promises Kept, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Which like Pretty good record.
Pretty
Some
good
good
record
songs.
at the time for sure. One could argue the first Have Heart LP is bordering melodic.
Totally.
Hardcore, you know,
But then they do other things to make you know, like, no, we want you to mosh.
yeah, they do like a
We like
stone.
moshing.
They do like a stone, and you're like, oh, this is fucking awesome. They have the payoffs that at least, because like one of my favorite bands of all, or like Chain of Strength, Turning Point, two of my favorite bands. You could say have melodic elements, 100%, but they're not like backing off. It's not soft. There's always the hard part, and like
It is still aggressive without being aggressive, if that makes sense. You know?
without being overtly aggressive, without a chug breakdown.
And there's a difference between melodic punk, like
Like Naked Ray Gun or whatever, like Dag Nasty, which is one of my absolute favorites. That's a melodic punk band.
yeah, and those are different intentions. Like Descendants that's melodic punk, but it's the intention of melodic hardcore is like
It's like symbol like stabs, like think about this.
amazing core. That title really sums it up. Amazing core. Where like somebody's just playing some bullshit chord and saying some bullshit over, and somebody is like, that was amazing. And you're like, what are you talking about? He didn't say.
Anthemic.
Nothing happened.
Anthemic.
Yeah, it's melodic hardcore is music where nothing happens.
Yes, where
And
it's
somebody
like
goes,
all build. It's all build, no payoff.
All build to nothing.
Yeah, to nothing.
And favorite wrestling finisher, Burning Hammer.
Razor's Edge.
Love it.
Because also there's it's over before he hits the Razor's Edge.
Yeah. Favorite X-Files bad guy? The episode with Giovanni Ribisi and Jack Black.
The Jersey Devil.
Great one. Fortnite, Dark Souls, or Mario Kart?
Mario Kart.
I would go right now Fortnite, but all time Mario Kart is my greatest. I'm a borderline professional player.
Yeah, you're Formula One.
Bo, Pequods, or Luminati's?
It depends on the occasion. Like if I wanted pizza tonight, I'm gonna get Lou's. I'm not going to Pequods. But if
it's an event. It's an event.
If people are in town or it's somebody's birthday or whatever, then fine. The nice thing about Pequods is they're open till 4 a.m.
That is nice. That's crazy.
But they're Pepsi and
C. Greg asked, "What needs to happen for you to kiss?"
I'd kiss you.
I'm not scared.
I'm not afraid. You're a married man. I'm not
afraid.
Yeah, it really wouldn't take much. It wouldn't take much. I don't really give a shit.
You ever see the Mr. Show sketch, I'll marry your stupid ass?
Yeah. Dude.
So good.
I forget about Mr. Show, and I forget about what was the Michael Ian Black? It was 3 of them. They were always in suits.
Oh, dude. Fuck. The show with the I want to dip my balls in it sketch.
Yeah, there was 3 Michaels, right? Wasn't it 3 of them?
What is it called? Jeremy Bohm. It's Jeremy Bohm's favorite show of all time.
That shit was fucking
incredible. It was
awesome.
on MTV, right?
Yeah, and then we would watch it on the internet because like it rarely aired, and we would watch.
That was big on the B9 board.
Yeah,
but again, yeah. So what needs to happen for us to kiss? Not much. I mean, CPR would be the easiest way.
Yeah, for sure. If this man's dying, I'm saving him.
Easy.
I'm bringing him back.
I'd suck the
soul out of you.
Suck the venom right out of you. You know,
I'd shank some.
Easy. What's the funniest mosh call you've ever heard? I don't like funny mosh calls.
What you just said is why I don't like funny music.
I get that. I get it, but those are two different things.
Completely different animals. But the attitude is the same.
I don't like them.
Yeah, I don't really like. I don't want to chuckle while I'm trying to
100%
murder. You know?
Yeah, I want to be scared to death. When are we getting a possible Downbeat episode collab? I think we'd have to be in Scotland or whenever he's here and we're all together.
Or
inevitable.
It is inevitable for sure, and I think it would be fun. I want to see his setup. I want to like see what he's got.
Oh my god, it's so nice.
It's so.
We
nice.
are all mutual champions.
Yeah.
Of each other's respective work.
Crafts for sure.
Big fans of what he does.
Yeah, Craig rocks.
Have you ever had albums that you initially disliked or felt lukewarm about when they were first released, especially when you guys were younger? Now you look back in love.
When I first heard Hatebreed, it was like bro Fox Racing metal. It was Ozfest. And that wasn't for me when I was a punk kid.
Right. When I first heard Hatebreed, I saw God.
Yeah, I know.
And I kicked his ass, shot him in the head. And I've been living ever since. Somehow.
So then inversely, you didn't like the Misfits the first time you heard it?
That's probably true. Danzig was the thing that, like, when that clicked for me.
Yeah.
Because I would say I like growing up, middle school punks would be like, you got to listen to this. You got to listen to Danzig and the Misfits.
And you'd be like,
and you listen to them back to back and you go, why do you like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you like about this?
Yeah.
And I think after getting into Typo at like 13, 14, Typo makes Danzig make more sense. Because it's kind of like, oh, this is what you were doing.
Yeah, it's kind of Typo and Elvis.
Yeah.
And you go, oh.
But like Danzig was first, you know?
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Yeah, it makes some stuff make sense. Yeah, that Danzig was a big one. Where like finally understanding that made a lot of things lock into place for me.
Did Brody show you something?
Oh yeah,
he put you onto it
big time.
Which is sometimes that's what you need too. Last night
you need a buddy to be like, no, you're wrong.
You sent me a Morbid Angel playlist, and I listened to Hate Work 8 times in a row.
I knew you'd love Hate Work.
That was the song. That was the one where I went.
I fucking knew it.
Wait a minute.
I knew you'd love Hate Work.
And what's funny is there's a song, I won't know it off the top of my head, but it's very different. It's almost thrashy.
Angel Disease. Dude,
yeah.
Wow.
So the fast part, the kind of like skank part, I was like, see, this is what I don't like. This is why I'm like, how is this heavy? I don't get it. Then Hate Work hit, and I went, okay.
And then you go back and you hear Angel Disease again. And it's like, that's borderline hardcore music.
It is borderline hardcore music, yes.
When they do the fucking down to get it down, that's Madball. Yeah. That's a Matt Henderson riff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the that's no spoilers. One of the heaviest bands of all time.
At least top 4.
If you could choose, this is great. And I'm determined to make this happen.
Okay.
If you could choose any film director to direct a music video for your bands, who would you choose? I want, and this is on the record, I need Paul Thomas Anderson to do a God Save video.
Whoa.
Paul, you're a Valley man.
Yeah.
We're the only band left in the Valley. Human Garbage too. Mostly the only band left in the Valley. Paul, we need you. Okay. You did the Heim videos. We've seen them. They're amazing.
They're amazing.
We don't have a budget. We'll find something. But Paul, please do it for the Valley. I played in a band with your nephew. Please.
It's pretty
do
good.
this with me. Paul, please.
Pretty good.
The Valley needs you. Who would you choose?
I would choose to never do a music video ever again.
Great answer.
I'm so over him. Because
see, Bo don't even like him. Where Paul, I love him. Paul, I need you.
The bar has been set so high by a few bands that it's like,
oh my God.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah, there's no point. Unless you're, I don't know.
Code Orange killed it. Knocked Loose
really killed it. Yeah, you got to make, I mean, here's the thing.
It's a movie.
That's the thing, is that you're like, we've forgotten that music videos, it's art.
Yeah.
Make art. Don't make nonsense. Don't make racket.
Any music videos stand out to you from when you were a kid?
Dude, the Sick of It All one where they're just showing you mosh moves.
Different mosh moves. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The pogo.
Any of the videos Paris directed, those I grew up, those raised me.
Yeah,
which is insane.
The punishment video
specifically the videos he shouted out.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite videos of all time.
Yeah. Any like pop, like I'm thinking like a Prayer.
Yeah, of course. I know, dude, the Ray of Light.
Dude.
Where she's just like, that video is crazy. She's moving so fast.
She's faster than a Ray of Light.
She's faster. And then she's
yeah. That one's cool.
Love that one. Every Michael Jackson video, obviously. Remember the Time, where he's such a prick to Eddie Murphy.
Such a prick. Eddie.
Dude, I mean, the Bad video directed by Scorsese.
Was it directed by Scorsese?
Yes.
I did not know that. You know what's fucking... Smooth Criminal is one of the most insane music videos of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Pesci.
I know.
Michael turns into a mech.
Michael is a god, dude. Michael was an artist, and he understood that, like, dude, wasn't he the reason behind MTV playing videos or something?
He was one of the reasons. Him and Prince were the reasons that they started playing black artists.
Oh, okay.
There was such a demand. That
unbelievable,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
And I really wish that Prince was in, because the plan was for Bad, the song, was Michael and Prince finally collabing.
Really?
But the first line was "Your butt is mine," and Prince said, "No, it's not."
Yeah, I'm not singing.
I'm not singing on this song.
Prince is so sick, dude.
How do you think the current boom of hardcore compares to previous golden eras? It's never been in a better place. It's a fact.
Yeah, the last time I would consider hardcore having been in a golden era was like the mid 2000 Locking Out era, early Terror.
Yeah,
Locking Out. That was the first one where I remember thinking like, oh, every show has like 200 people, and now it's like, oh, every show has like 400 people.
Yeah, 400 to 800 people at it.
So it's never been in a better place.
It has never been in a better place. There's never been a better time to get into it. There's never been a better time to start a band. People are dying to start bands. There's 15,000 labels now, so you're gonna get signed. Just rock a little bit, and you'll be fine.
I'm even thinking about like, because like the doldrums of hardcore. I think LA was kind of always okay comparatively to the rest of the country.
Sure.
Like Southern California was kind of like, oh, at least we're playing there a couple shows.
We got that. We'll be fine.
The tour will
Whereas
be okay.
like now, Springfield, Missouri is drawing 200 people.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing.
I'm thinking about the Sound of Furies at Earl Warren both times. There were so many fucking people there.
Those seem big. I really am curious what the cap is now, looking back.
Yeah, because my brain might be playing a trick on me.
I mean, that room felt like the biggest room in the world. Favorite Dharma Initiative station?
Oh,
I don't remember any of the stations, but I'll tell you what.
Desmond, for sure.
Desmond Hume.
Come on, brother.
See you in another life, brother.
Oh. Penny. Dude, when they finally get on the phone.
Don't talk about Penny right now. Don't do this to me.
Desmond?
Don't.
Oh.
Don't look at me.
All right.
Don't do it.
Show rocks. Wish the ending was a little better.
Well, I don't mind the ending. Obviously, it could have been stuck a little more, but I think it should have just ended with what was in that DVD extras epilogue.
I never even seen it.
Dude, it was Walt. Walt in a fucking psych ward. Cover your ears if you haven't finished Lost. Walt in a psych ward. Hurley and Ben show up and give him the island. He was the chosen one all along.
That's way better.
They pull him out of the same psych ward that Hurley was in.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, man, we got to tell you something. You're the keeper of the light now. We're moving on. It's you.
Is he grown or is he like...
He's an adult. I mean, it was the same actor.
Same actor. Okay, good.
But he was like 18 by then.
Yeah.
So he's an adult. It's incredible.
Fuck.
Do you think ghosts or aliens fuck with hardcore? Come on. Give me a break, Skeeter. No.
There's some alien somewhere who's just like watching this.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah. For sure.
What do you consider bad gym etiquette?
Not putting the weights away.
I mean, that's fucking... I'll kill you.
I recently had a run-in. I had 2 run-ins recently. One really good and one really bad. One, a person was doing hip thrusts on the Smith machine. I needed to use the Smith machine because I'm not doing like free squats. I'm always using the Smith machine just to make sure I don't get hurt. There's only one Smith machine in my gym. And they were done, but they were using it as like a home base for all their shit.
Oh.
And I gave them like an hour. Like I was doing all my other stuff and they just left it there. So I finally had to go up and be like, hey, are you done? And they were like, oh yeah, I finished. Sorry. Like it was absent-minded. So it wasn't like intentional. The inverse, there's a fucking guy, Colin. I go late. I go at like 9, 10 p.m. There's a guy who's always there around the same time on the stairs for an hour.
Is there one stair?
There's 2 stairs. I'm just saying This guy is on the stairs, busting his hump.
I mean, he's a fucking animal then.
I told him, because I'm moving, I'm going to be going to a different gym. I told him last night, I literally saw him. I said, hey, man, I just want you to know that you are sometimes, I'll think about the fact that I know you're here and it makes me come to the gym. Like, I told him thank you. And he was like, oh, hey, thanks, man. Thanks for noticing. I'll drive by the gym and that motherfucker at 10:30 at night.
Stairmaster.
It looks like he got out of a pool, dude. He's busted.
That's the hardest thing you can do.
The hardest fucking thing. So that guy is...
One of the coolest things is silently tracking somebody's progress in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a couple people who like I have been going there the same amount of time as me.
Yeah.
And I'll like see them be noticeably stronger. I'm not going to talk to them because I'm not a fucking...
Yeah.
If it was that case where it's like, I'm never going to be at this gym again.
Yeah.
I got to pay respect to the Stairmaster. I maybe would, but I'm not going to like bother somebody in their sanctuary, you know? Bad gym, I cannot handle people not wiping down benches and stuff.
Yeah. If you're in, I work out in a hoodie and sweatpants, right? So I never have skin on anything other than my hands. Don't give a shit. I wipe that fucker top to bottom.
I'm at the point now where I'll follow him to the next thing and say, can you go back and wipe that down? I'm going to use it.
Nice.
I don't fuck around.
And hopefully that scares them into always doing it. Hopefully that embarrasses
100%.
them.
It's just rude. It's the same thing as not putting your shopping cart away.
You know what else I don't like, dude? Dropping the weights. Don't be so dramatic.
Yeah, I actively don't do it.
Yeah.
I think with deadlifting, putting them down is more dangerous than dropping them.
We have a deadlift platform, so it's cushioned. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm talking to like guys will be doing dumbbells and we'll just like, bah!
Oh, you're a loser if you do that. You are a fucking loser.
And like I'm doing something else, and I think I'm like, huh, like
yeah. No, if you're doing like fucking like incline bench, and you're just like, you're a loser.
Yeah,
you suck, and nobody likes you in your personal life, and that's why you're there. So that's sad, really. I'm sorry that I said that you're a loser.
I didn't.
Biopics you would like to see made about some of your favorite bands or artists. Listen, I think a true Cold as Life biopic would win every Academy Award.
Let me tell you about a young man from Lodi, New Jersey, named
Glenn
Anzalone. Dude, if it would be so cool. Do you know why the Misfits broke up? Like why the OG? Like what the argument was that they broke up over?
No.
It was the price difference of a double cheeseburger versus a regular cheeseburger.
How so?
I think it was either Doyle or Robo wanted a double, and Glenn said no. And they said, we quit. And he said, fine, I'm starting up Samhain. It was in a van ride home from Detroit. Their last show was in Detroit.
Wow.
Back to New Jersey. They broke up over that. That was the argument that was like, all right,
Where was it? Do we know? Was it local joint or was it?
I think it was the Dons. I am almost positive it was
Holy
McDonald's.
shit.
Yeah.
McDonald's killed the Misfits. Scum. That's unbelievable. Mm-hmm. That might be the clip, Steven. Mount Rushmore all-time bass lines.
Great.
Fleetwood Mac the Chain.
Oh, all time. Okay, yeah.
All time.
And this is unbiased. I think you'll agree. For Whom the Bell Tolls.
I agree.
And then he leads into the dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
But the
Check
chain,
this out.
the chain for sure.
The Chain, 100%. Into Another, Running into Walls.
Unbelievable pick. Excellent pick. And then, dude, I know you might not fuck with it, but Tool. Is that Schism? Is that the song?
I might not fuck with Tool.
I don't know if you fuck with that. I forget where you stand on Tool.
I'm the whole toolbox, bro.
I'm Menards.
I'm a penis guy through and through.
Okay. I knew about Primus, obviously. I didn't know.
I will put Tool on and sit here and just agree.
Yeah.
New part will come out and I'll just be like,
yes.
Absolutely.
Tool takes me on a journey.
Tool fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree.
Penis music is some of the best music.
The Chain is excellent though because Do you know the story of that? That he had that bass line.
That was all. Yeah, that was
that's
all he
all
had.
they had.
And then Stevie went in and just rocked the whole song.
She was
right?
like, "Let me see if I can figure something out." I don't know.
I just got fucking full body goosebumps.
Dude. There's a VH1 series I've talked about it before called VH1 Classics, where they just like it'll be like Motorhead, Ace of Spades, Nirvana, Nevermind. Like they just kind of like break down a whole record. The one about Fleetwood Mac, about Rumors. It's hard to find. You have to like find like a Spanish dubbed fucking YouTube version of it.
That sounds awesome.
It's awesome. They literally talk about the relationship shit and then like that, like, oh yeah, I had an idea, so I just went and made the coolest album.
That's a lot. It's just like the Beatles, where it's like, damn, we got a deadline. We need a number one hit single. Give me like 10 minutes.
Dude, I mean that documentary that came out it was over COVID, right? The Get Back, yeah.
That's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen. And it's like Last Dance quality.
Which
Last Dance
also came. Dude, that was amazing. But yeah, Get Back about Let It Be, right? That was the record. Like that documentary, when he comes up with it, and watching them write it made me a Beatles fan. I was never a Beatles guy.
That's crazy.
And that's what did it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Rank Sublime, 311, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
311, do you fuck with them at all?
Not really.
So 311, I think that's a pretty good definition of a couple tracks band. Sublime, I kind of respect.
Dude, recently, those new videos of them playing with the Sun.
Yeah. The Sun's doing it a little too much.
I like it.
But he's just leaning into his dad's like thing a little too much.
I like that.
Okay.
Because it's like, I just think that's his connection with his dad, is these songs.
That's nice. That's pretty.
Because he died. He was so young when he died.
Yeah.
That it's like the music that he's left behind is what he has of him. So he's doing it. Like he's probably been singing these songs his whole life.
For sure.
So he's doing the inflections that he's developed also his whole life.
Very true. They also back in the day covered Minor Threat and stuff. Like that's cool. You know what I mean? Like I can respect that. It's not the music that I'll ever willingly listen to. And then the last is a bunch of con men.
I would go Chai Peps on top all day.
Of course.
Sublime, 311.
I saw, I think it was a Twitter post that was like, make a supergroup of the worst possible band members you could imagine. And it was like Flea, Anthony Kiedis. It was just the Chai Peps.
Unbelievable.
And it resonated with me.
Justice for the Chai Peps. Would you rather have a movie theater in your home or a fast food restaurant? A movie theater in my home.
Movie theater, 100%.
Like a functioning movie theater with new movies in it? I'm inviting the homies over every day. That's my dream. I got a projector to do that.
You have that, yeah.
But I can't put new movies on,
Well.
Top 5 drummers in hardcore history.
History.
Yeah.
Mackie.
Mackie's up there.
Sammy. Dude, I watched videos of Youth Today from the 1720 thing. Sammy's still killing it and drumming like an animal. The way he plays shit is bizarre. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think he's open-handed. He just does shit like a kid who learned as a punk kid.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Danny Schuler from Biohazard.
I knew that was going to be.
Top 5 influence on me in all music. Pokey from Leeway probably is amazing. There's some modern guys who
definitely, dude,
really fucking rip.
Brennan's
amazing. D-Fang. Taylor Young.
Yeah, dude. Taylor was watching Nails was partially me watching him just stare.
Yep.
And do his thing. Loved that.
Can you ever own too much merch? Yep.
Yeah, I have.
I just donated 3 heaping bags of stuff.
Really? Mostly just shit you acquired?
Yeah, just things I know I'm not going to wear and like I would rather somebody who needs it wear, and I don't want to sell it on Depop or something.
I have 8 vacuum sealed bags in my kitchen waiting to be moved to my new place. Just sitting there. 8.
How great are those vacuum seal bags?
They're the best. Oh, I use my Dyson. It has like an attachment. I just ring ain't gone.
Oh, I hand crank that hog.
Couldn't be me, dude. I've never.
Did you ever think you'd be here? 100 episodes in, Bo.
No. Truly, when we started, I thought maybe we'd get like 10 and we'd get bored of it.
100%.
You know?
It's funny is that we started as a show that we didn't have a guest the first two.
Yeah, it was just telling stories.
And we had a blast just telling stories.
It is the best.
Here we are, 100 episodes later, doing it as a special event. How do you feel about the record mass murder now that a few years have passed? I think there's some bangers on there.
Yeah.
Violent Procreation's one of my favorites.
I just don't think you found the swag yet. That's all.
No, and it was, that was co-written by Leo. Mm-hmm. And, he and I meshed really well when putting that together. I think we were we kind of smartened it up in a way that maybe people didn't want.
Oh.
Which was interesting,
Yeah.
So we made it, and then I made it a personal goal to make it dumb again. And here we are. What do you think is the coolest thing you've done and most impactful from HardLore?
From HardLore?
Yeah.
Mark's episode with the
oh my God, that was incredible.
Find the Match. That was really cool. That
be the match.
Sorry, excuse me. That felt like something, very early on too. Also, talking with Colin also was like, I remember thinking like, oh shit, this is like cool. Like what we're talking about and the way that we're doing this interview with him was like cool.
Colin
of Arabia.
Oh my God. Yeah. And that was what, one day?
One day.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I also, dude, I fucking love HauntLore. The Salem HauntLore is so good.
I know. I wish people watched them.
I know. I don't know why they don't pop as much.
It's our best stuff.
It's my favorite.
It's our favorite stuff.
The Detroit one and the Salem one.
Yeah. How much have you guys grown as people while having the show? I think a lot. The way I've had to manage my life and my time around it. Mm-hmm. I think the show has made me an adult. Interestingly.
You know what? I don't like anyone waiting on me, and I hated it anytime something would fuck up on my end for you. Like truly, that emotion is my least favorite emotion.
Yeah, and it was like 63 weeks straight.
Yeah, it was so often, especially in the beginning.
83 weeks.
And so when it comes to like dealing with brands and like kind of emailing back and forth with people, I've had to learn that it's okay to take a couple days before we like get on something. I'm a guy who's like, oh, they need this, they need it right away. Like that it's taught me to like, it's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, one of them I remember being like, dude, it's okay. Ask for this. And it worked.
And it did work. Yes, it did.
Yeah. If you could only play one Harm's Way song and one Twitching Tongue song for the rest of your life, which one are you picking?
Oh, no. I love playing Become a Machine. It's fun to play. And it's got a chorus. It's got a breakdown. Yeah, that part feels great to play. And when everything's
real dialed in. Do you do that with one hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I wish I played and drop sometimes just for that reason.
Yeah.
And then I hit the broader bar, and then thank God that I don't.
Well, we still do it. It's just ugly. We do it all the time.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same.
It might sound the same, but when you're going.
Yeah.
It feels so good. One, if I could only play one. Kill for You if it got like a reaction. It's like our number one song.
Really?
But it's different live. It's just a different energy.
Yeah.
Favorite childhood memory?
Oh, wow.
I got a real good one.
Christmas mornings. Sorry, yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, yeah, dude. Christmas mornings were beautiful. There was another one. My dad was I think his like love language for us was gift giving.
Yeah.
But not in like a fucking extravagant, crazy way, but in like a personal way where one day he had to go buy new trash cans. Because in Connecticut, it's not like LA where the city just gives you trash cans and you have to pay for them. You got to buy a trash can at Target and have it.
Yeah.
And he was like, can you, I just got new trash cans. Can you take this bag out? I put it in there and there's just a lightsaber in there. And that's him. You know?
Yeah. Like he's at the store, he's wherever.
He's excited for me to be excited.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my dad. He's still alive. So that is my dad.
Christmas mornings with my single mother.
Yeah.
She always made special. And like we would always do the same thing. We would always be watching the same thing. There'd be tinsel, there'd be cookies. She would always bake cookies. And it would always like, okay, get your stocking. And it's like a thing to have an orange in your stocking. And it's like, you got to eat the orange. And then you would open up presents in order of like socks to a video game system or something, like,
oh, yes.
And I don't know how she did it, but she always, I remember one time
credit card debt.
She won. No, couldn't. No, she won.
Couldn't.
She won a TV through her job. And this was no flat screens didn't exist yet, but it was like a big TV, and she like saved it and gave it to me for Christmas.
That's crazy.
To play fucking Nintendo 64 on because she knew I needed it. Mom, she always went above and beyond.
She went hard.
She made Christmas really special.
One that made me see like the kindness and humanity in others when I was very young. I was probably 6 or 7. There was a Chinese place down the street that I loved. I think it was called China House in West Hartford, Connecticut, or Hartford, Connecticut. If it's still there, go there. Get the steamed dumplings. They're amazing. I loved these steamed dumplings. I was obsessed with them. Mm-hmm. So I called. I'm 6.
Yeah.
6 or 7. And I'm like, hello, how much are steamed dumplings? I find quarters. I was a scrounging motherfucker.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
So I could come up with $7-8,
If in a
just
pinch.
from coins.
Yeah.
In a pinch, I could make it happen.
Yeah.
He's like, and the guy was like, oh, they're, $7.50 or something. And I was like, okay, could I have one? This is my address. And the guy takes a second and he's like, okay, sure. I'll be there in 15 minutes. Drops it off, says thank you, takes my handful of change. He's like, you're okay? Like, all good? Like, this is all you need? Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for the order. Have a great day. I called back weeks later to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, no, we don't deliver for under $15, $20. Oh. And I was like, but I had it recently. And she was like, no, we've never done that. That was the owner. The owner hand delivered it to me myself just to be a nice guy.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Just took a handful of fucking pennies and nickels from a kid just because he felt like being nice that day.
Hell yeah. One more just because I don't want to focus only on my mom. But my dad surprised me with Disney World one time. Just like,
well, that's insane.
He was like, what are you, he had me for a weekend. It was over the summer. I would see him every other weekend and he would be like, hey, do you want to like, he picked me up from some like daycare thing. And he was like, you want to go on a trip with me this week? And I was like, well, does mom know? I was 6, and he was like, yeah, she knows. I was like, okay. And he got a fucking power inverter, put a TV so I could watch Godzilla in the back of his Thunderbird.
You drove?
Drove. We couldn't fly. Drove from Chicago, stayed in Nashville, and then got to Orlando. Like, took 2 days. Got to Orlando and saw everything.
Had the best time?
Fell in love with Pirates of the Caribbean. That was when it happened.
Really?
Fuck yeah.
So
dude.
You're pre-movie?
Pre-movie. I just thought it was a cool ride, and I got a little musket thing, like a little hand pistol.
Oh. See, I never got on it until I saw the movie.
Oh, I loved it. Well, because I was big into the Goonies, and there was pirates, so it was all a tie.
I got you. That makes sense. What's the happiest you've ever been?
This one time, my dad surprised me by going to Disney World. Happiest I've ever been?
I think the day I got married.
Nah, that's nice.
Graduating high school was huge too.
Really?
Because it was such a dark period of my life.
Just getting out.
That being done was like, wow, I get to play music now.
Yeah, I don't have to do anything.
There's no math homework left. I don't ever have to go to school again. I get to be me now,
Happiest I've ever been, probably on the Post-Human tour. I think we played Vitus, and it was one of the ones that sold out in advance. And we were just like leaving, good merch night, good door money. You know, like everything was like everything clicked. And I think that was the same week that Posthuman like the charted stuff came out.
Oh yeah, beautiful.
And it was just like I'm like with my buds.
Yeah,
we're doing good.
I think we did it, guys.
This rocks. I remember feeling I hope nobody gets mad at me, but we were literally at a gas station talking about how things were going, and we all just like hugged.
It's beautiful.
We all just like had a hug. It was like we're doing great. That was a really nice moment.
I mean, we could hug.
I guess. I don't know.
How did you think this would end up when you started? I think you and I had zero expectations for HardLore. Knew we had a great name.
Yeah.
Knew we had unbelievable chemistry when talking via Zoom about technical difficulties.
Yeah. And we just had...
That's all we had.
We have a shared interest of really niche things like merch and like certain performances that are caught on video that we both know. Like stuff like that where it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of where... But no, I had no expectations.
Our buddy Jason, who was the reason that we used Rode microphones when the show started.
Jason T, my good man.
Jason, a legend. What was the very first conversation that led to the creation of HardLore?
It was literally, how do I stream?
Yeah.
And it was like, let's Zoom call. I'll take over your computer and I'll set it up for you. And then just while we were on the Zoom call, I was probably gossiping, kicking our feet, you know, tee-hee-hee kind of a thing. I don't know the conversation, but it was that.
It was that for a while. And then, so Jay Weinberg is the reason that we are involved with Knotfest at all. So, you know, obviously we don't know the situation of what happened there, but we owe it all to Jay, 100%.
Yep.
And Chris Hudson. Chris Hudson from Knotfest was the one who like officially greenlit it. He added Stories from Tor to the name.
Really?
So there you go.
Yeah, I
knew
never knew that.
That was him. Wow. HardLore was me. He'd added Stories from Tor.
Very nice.
I remember I still have the email from him that was like a company-wide blast where he's like, and then Colin is going to be doing a Tour Stories show soon. Mm-hmm. And now.
And here we are.
Here we are. Favorite Chug Chug Squeal Squeal band?
Converge?
I think Martyr AD is...
Oh, Martyr's a good one.
The best one.
Would you consider Converge one?
No.
Because it's like a specific kind of... Because they do Chug Chug Squeal Squeal. They do it.
They do, but it ain't all they got.
And
I think the Chug Chug Squeal Squeal bands, that's all they got.
Okay. Martyr's probably...
Every single pit is that.
Yeah. Martyr's probably the one then.
The best one.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. That's insane.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They know how to use it. You can't just do it.
Figure 4 did it a bunch too, to a lesser extent, but that stands out to me.
Did they?
Yeah, Suffering the Loss has that quite a few times.
Suffering the Loss got some fucking pits on it, man.
Great record.
Oh, I'm so cold. Hard. How is the show different now than you expected it to be when you first started?
I'll tell you what. Shout out to Steven, because I think that's probably the biggest change.
You don't even know
but like,
big of a change
here's
it
the
is.
thing: the ripple effect is felt. So I do know from my perspective.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, Steven, having an editor now, truly unbelievable. Because my God, I cannot stress to you that for the first 90 episodes, every visual aspect you see in any way, shape, or form was me at my computer for 15 hours a day. Mm-hmm. The descriptions, the thumbnails, the reels, the editing, the mixing, and it was all trial and error.
Right.
Every bit of this show has been trial and error.
Figured it out.
A little more trial than error lately, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is different. But, you know, I think there's like a pressure to it now that I never felt early, you know?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like the Maddie Watkins episode, I was really stressed out about.
Really?
For weeks.
Really?
Because I felt like we owed it to her to do a good job, you know?
I felt the pressure to do good, but I also knew that it was like me talking to two of my friends. And
that's the part I need to remember.
Yeah.
And like I was stressed out about Sea Space Cowboy for sure. Because it was like I've never met Connie.
Yeah.
She's going to be right here,
Right
and I'm
there.
going to be talking to her. And like, I don't have the safety of this.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
And then it turns out she's great, and it was super easy. The pressure, I feel a pressure now. I think it's easy to forget that people like this episodes like this. I forget that anybody's going to hear this.
I know.
You know?
Yeah.
I assume nobody will hear this ever.
Yeah.
So the fact that anybody does is still like a miracle to me 100 episodes later. What do you think is your single favorite moment from the show so far? Like single moment.
1000% you being possessed in the hotel in Salem. The me going, and you going, hey. Like that. It's just.
That was art.
It was art. It was perfect. It's everything.
I'm better now. I'm cured.
Yeah, you're better now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You had long COVID. Long Salem.
I just had long COVID is what it was. My favorite moment, I think, was kicking Martine's ass at Mario Kart finally.
That was pretty good. He'll claim that the joystick wasn't working right.
I don't know.
Didn't you switch? You switched though.
We switched and I still almost beat him.
Yeah.
When he had that controller, he got like 6th or 7th.
Yeah. Right. I remember.
Then we switched and I was like close second, or I was in first and a blue shell hit me and then I got second.
Bullshit.
So you tell me what to win.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That was really good. Also, what you guys will see, but the stigma episode, like that day.
Dude, that really felt like, I think we might have hugged after that one.
Yeah, that was like we did it.
We really
did something really sick.
That'll be 4 or 5 weeks from now. You'll finally be seeing
You guys
that.
will finally see it. It's so worth the wait.
If we did a band together, what would we want it to sound like?
What would we want it to sound like?
Something that we're not already doing.
Yeah, so not that heavy.
I want to do full on industrial.
You want to do
band.
industrial? I would do that with you for sure. I would do that. I've had a band name for an industrial thing for a decade.
Me too.
Oh,
I'm not saying it though.
I'm not saying it. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, it's good. Mark Horror, come on, man. He asked, "How has fame changed your life?" That's not That's not a thing.
It's not a thing.
10,000 people watch this show.
Yeah.
That's in the scope of the world.
The only time it's ever a thing is at a fest and people go, "Hey," and you go, "Hey,"
right,
and it's
at
sick.
the place where we do the one thing we do.
Yeah,
that's when it's like, hey, that's those guys that do the thing they do.
Yeah,
I believe you guys have some unreleased content minis. Yes, so we're Knotfest wants to put a bunch of that up on their premium thing. And I think that sounds cool because there's a lot of it that's like early minis where we weren't great at interviewing, but I think some of the stuff is still pretty good. And, you know, they paid for that stuff, so it's theirs.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be up on their premium thing soon. What's your favorite guitar pedal? Pedal.
That's a great question. Though, I mean, the proof is kind of in the pudding because the one that I still have on my board is Caroline Guitar Company's Meteor. And that's the one where you hold the 1 foot switch down and it just grows and grows and grows and sounds crazy.
That's cool.
I love that pedal. Also, he sent that to me for free because he heard about our trailer getting stolen.
That's really
so
cool.
like good guy makes cool products.
100%.
Maybe I got a pedal coming out soon. I don't know. Maybe.
Exciting.
Maybe.
I got room on the old board.
Finally, it's fine. It's been in talks since COVID, but it's finally like finished and happening.
With who? Oh, cool. Awesome.
That guy. So it's like, it's all in the family, you know?
Love it.
Yeah.
Can't wait to try it.
Yeah.
My favorite is the Michael Klein, the Pit Oni.
Dude, the Oni's awesome.
It's crazy.
I really want one, but I don't use pedals, but I want one.
Next bat. Yeah, that's true. It's fucking insane. It's all I need. My right side is for band, unsaid band.
Yeah.
Left side is dead body. So it's bass guitar.
Smart.
It's incredible. I just switch. I don't touch anything.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Did you expect the Twitching Songs hockey jersey to blow up as they did and become a major resale item? We knew they were dope. And because you look at the amount of bands that use that blank after that, you can't get them anymore. That blank is gone. It's discontinued. We were the first band and the last band to use them.
I remember.
That is a fact.
Is that the one you had on the Disharmonic Rust tour?
No, it was for yeah. I mean, we had them for This Is Hardcore. We had a hockey jersey on that.
Yeah,
might have been a football jersey.
Oh, maybe it was a football jersey. My mistake. My mistake. I'm not a sport. What can I say?
Yeah, I know. Do you ever judge a band by their gear / guitars?
No, I definitely did. Definitely did when I was younger and thought I was like snobby, and I've learned not to do that. The best hardcore that's ever been made was on shitty Valve State Marshalls.
Shit.
You know, like, can't do that anymore.
Dude, Destroy the Machines and Pierce from Within is just some random fucking solid state hit. Mm-hmm. And it's the best sounding thing. It's the deepest chugs that ever chugged.
Yeah. So
should I drop out of college and start a band? Absolutely. Your college is funding Israel.
Why do you need to drop out of college to start a band? You know?
That's true. You could do both.
You should be able to do
but probably just drop out. What moment made you sure you wanted to be Edge? The moment I found out about it.
Yeah. The moment I found out about it, I went, oh, well, I'm that.
I'm that. Yeah. And it's been 18 years.
Yeah.
Would kids today survive the bitch it's in the mail days? Absolutely not.
What's the what?
Amazon has wrecked you motherfuckers.
Oh, that. Oh my God.
Cause God, look, I get that it like vinyl takes a long time and it sucks to wait, but it's gonna come. I know that it's hard and I appreciate patience, but like trust me, I would love to cancel your order. So if you're concerned about it and you're like, this is bullshit, this is never coming, please let me know. I will cancel it. The worst has been the House of Black thing.
How long has that been taking?
I mean, no, it's not even that it's been long. It's that wrestling fans are fucking brutal.
They don't know.
They're emailing every day. So we're not Amazon. This takes time to press. Anyway, I know they absolutely would not. And Bitch It's in the Mail was the answer to, hey, where's my shirt? Hey, where's my record? We've been waiting 2 years.
Yeah.
Bitch, it's coming. No, they wouldn't. But also I appreciate everybody's patience and stuff. And Love There's No Law lands in America any minute now. Twitch Fits record got complete from the ground up overhaul when Kale passed, and we made 2 very special things for it that I think people will like a lot. Opinions on Todd getting nails going again. All power to him. One of the greatest bands of all time.
Straight up, like that's the answer. Like can't wait to hear it.
The singer and lead songwriter of one of the greatest bands of all time, whether my brother is in it or not, I can't wait to hear the new record. Mm-hmm. Favorite Kiss song?
Probably, I'm not super well versed. Love Gun is pretty awesome.
Love Gun's unbelievable.
You know,
I'm a big Creatures of the Night guy. Big time. The drum sound on that record sounds like a 50-inch kick and a 40-inch floor tom. It's unbelievable.
It's awesome.
We're gonna wind down now. We're holy shit.
Yeah.
This is that long?
Yep.
Colin, did you teach CM Punk how to cut his shirts? Every time he's on TV now, he's wearing that exact cut. No.
He been doing that.
He has been cutting them.
Yeah.
But I'd like to think we're one and the same in many ways. Desert Island Lore. One band discog. Typo. One Grail shirt.
Typo.
Life is Pain. One video game. Tetris. Or maybe Mario Kart. Tetris I could play forever. One movie.
I'm waiting for you to name, and I'll do mine.
Ratatouille. One meal. In-N-Out, number 1, double meat, mustard fried, add chopped chilies, 3 packets of spread.
Metallica's discography. I wouldn't listen to the whole thing. The Youth of Today shirt I got from Mad Vintage recently, the Break Down the Walls, 88 on Screen Stars.
On Screen Stars, unbelievable.
Movie would be Big Lebowski. You could watch that.
Amazing.
Over and over.
Amazing.
Video game, genuinely, probably like Skyrim. Just something where you can really like make your own world.
A big RPG is
on a desert.
Elden Ring, I would find every fucking secret in there if I had that.
Yeah. And then meal, Portillo's Italian beef.
God, that sounds good.
Add
So
giardiniera,
fucking hungry.
add mozzarella, as is.
Unbelievable.
With a Coke, Diet Coke.
Would you guys ever consider doing a Bourdain Parts Unknown type episode where you talk about your favorite? I figured that's kind of what we do
That's
when we
kind of
do
our
the day with.
thing, yeah.
So you should watch those because that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Watch the Brian one.
Watch the Brian one. Watch the Chubby one.
The chubby.
The Anthony one too.
Fuck. That's right.
Best records you associate with the 4 seasons of the year. This is a great question because I cannot listen to Crowbar when it's hot out.
Okay.
It's too slow and fat for hot weather.
Thick, girthy.
It's too girthy for hot weather. Truly, I strongly feel that way. Typo is for a wind chill.
Dude, frigid.
Summer,
Yeah.
hot weather. I like death metal.
Yeah, you could go. I was gonna say Slayer is what comes to mind.
Yeah,
Like you could go.
like Deicide is summer music to me. It's Easter. It's Easter music, so it's springtime music.
I'll do like punk too in the summer. Like right now it's getting warm, so I've been listening to a lot of like New York, early New York stuff. You know, early New York hardcore. I talk about it all the time, but Dag Nasty Can I Say is like a perfect summer record. It is made to skateboard on in a street, you know.
But records. So let's see. Summer, Lana Del Rey, Born to Die. Fall, Misfits, Walk Among Us. Winter, Typo, October Rust, which is interesting because it's about fall.
Yeah.
Spring, Deicide, Once Upon a Time.
There you go. That's pretty fucking good. Spring is when I'll hit some weird shit. Spring I'll do Bjork. We'll just say Post. Sounds great. Summer, yeah, metal. Probably I'll say Rain and Blood. South of Heaven, Rain and Blood.
Beautiful.
Fall, it is the Misfits. The Coffin box set, just everything. 3 versions of every song. No problem.
Yeah, 100%.
And then
this is the worst one. It's amazing.
yeah, it's amazing. And then
This is one where he fucks up where the bass is out of tune.
And then winter, yeah, I'll say Typo. I think I agree with you there. It's like cold.
Or like
band.
Warning.
Yeah, something cold.
You know,
something
something
just-
cold. Crowbar is winter music.
Absolutely.
It's girthy winter music.
Yuck.
What will y'all do for your 200th episode special? I don't know, probably this. Congrats on your upcoming 100 episode top 5 Sepultura songs.
That's great.
Dead Embryonic Cells,
Desperate Cry.
Troops of Doom, Desperate Cry,
Territory.
Propaganda,
And
for me,
Yeah.
and
Nomad's pretty good.
Nomad fucking rips.
Slave New World's pretty good.
Slave New World rip. We Who Are Not As Others is number 5.
What is that on?
It's on Chaos AD.
Is that
We Who Are
Yeah.
Not As.
It's like a deep B-side.
Yeah, it's borderline an interlude. It's the da gun dun down gun dun down. Dude,
Dude, he loved that bell. Yeah.
Hard, dude.
Hard.
That is the best top 5 I've ever done in my whole life. Do you guys think you could eat a whole raw onion?
Yeah. I guess this is something in the Discord where user Zuck is gonna do it. He's gonna eat a whole raw onion.
I can't encourage or endorse this behavior.
Here's the thing: a red onion is like meant to be eaten raw. You could do it. A white onion, I think, will kind of fuck you up. Yellow onion is sweet, so I would say do yellow if you're gonna do it.
You think you could eat a whole entire garlic?
I've done it, or like a bulb.
The whole thing.
Oh
Whole
no,
bulb.
I did a big clove once in it. It was so acidic I threw up.
I do it all the time.
Yeah, I can't. I'm weak in that way. I can't do
It's
it.
really good for singing. I do it quite often. You stank for days.
Yeah, you stank.
Stank. Who can eat the most hot dogs in one sitting?
You.
You know what though? At that family food fest thing, you kept up with me.
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
yeah. I can keep up, but when it's like I'm gonna do this to do it, I lose. I keep up when it's like, oh, there's variety. Yeah, I'm eating everything. But if it's like, here's 40 hot dogs, I'll have like 4. I'm good.
Fair. Best root beer brand.
Sprecher, probably.
What the fuck is Sprecher?
That's a Great Lakes. It's like a German one, but it's from around here. They come in big glass bottles. IBC's great. Sioux City's great, but I'll go Sprecher.
I'm an A&W guy through and through.
Dude.
Canned A&W, nothing touches it.
I'll tell you what touches it. From an A&W restaurant in a chilled mug.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is fantastic.
That is good.
Oh, also Culver's has their own proprietary diet root beer.
That's cool.
And it's awesome.
BJ's does too, and I like that.
I love that.
Best riff you've ripped off, like what it turned into, or what I ripped it off from.
The song "Repression" by Harm's Way is "Life Is Pain." The breakdown.
That's cool. There's so many. Where to begin? I just think like even at our most melodic, there was early twitching tongue stuff that was like Autopsy.
Yeah, sure.
People thought we were like, we're getting Citizen Tour offers playing incantation riffs.
Right.
And that to us was cool.
The Bad of the Bone
people still
riff,
don't understand that.
You can't
Bad
really.
of the Bone that's hilarious.
But what's funny is you can't even see that it's just the riff. So
It's the same thing.
It didn't inspire anything. It's just the riff.
That's the same thing. Yeah. That's just fun. That's got to be public domain at this point. Eating pizza with a fork, how do you feel about it? I'm indifferent.
With deep dish, it's how I eat it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not trying to goop slop all over the place.
Burn here,
Yeah.
here. I eat it straight up. If you'd ever have to be replaced, be it in your respective bands or the podcast, who would you want to replace you?
Oh, I don't even like that question. My band doesn't like Nick. They wouldn't need a fifth. Nick can do everything.
Right.
With me, I could see Alec. Alec would do fairly well, I think.
On here?
On here.
I mean, it's just, we already did it, With me,
Nothing would exist.
no, I could be replaced. Drums. Ton of people could do it.
Could Taylor?
Rudder could take over on drums for me. Bass.
But it's bass and vocals.
Justin Loudon.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, I play a dead body now. Honestly. Sorry, Justin. I know you don't like that, but I do.
What about for twitching?
Oh. Bo and Looters.
I think I could give it a shot.
I think you could do it. You're a good singer.
I can.
You can do it. I've heard you rip karaoke like it's nobody's business.
I love karaoke.
And do well. Like you sing well. You're good at singing. I think you'd be fine. What are your favorite non-4/4 time signature hardcore riffs parts songs? I love a waltz. Everybody knows
a
I love
3/4
waltz.
is great. Yeah, absolutely. Morbid Angel has a lot of weird time signatures, a lot of weird time signature parts.
And they do they do like A B A C
Yeah.
A D A B C D A D A B D.
It's probably my biggest
works.
complaint about Morbid Angel is the length of songs. It's pretty hefty.
But eventually you just don't even think about it.
True.
And I would say Deicide, that's where Deicide differs, is they know how to end them motherfuckers.
I love
But this is about hardcore. They said hardcore.
Yeah.
riffs,
I love
parts.
a breakdown that goes into a 3/4. I remember Brace is sang for a song called Friend or Foe that had a 3/4 breakdown. And I saw him at United Blood or something once, and I was just like, that part's fucking awesome. But I can't think of anything that comes to mind. Like,
You know what's awesome? Shintin dun 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 dun.
how?
Just guys in a room having fun is how. They go, what if we did this? And that's how the best music in the world, the hardest shit ever, all starts with, dude,
Yeah.
what if?
Yeah.
Love it.
Survival of the Streets by the Cro-Mags. The intro is the guitar riff. That first drum hit, I don't know the timing of. I know when it comes in from repetition,
Interesting.
but I don't understand the rhythm, and I've always thought that was a strange one.
Just sounds wrong, but it's definitely
Yeah, it's definitely just one,
but it's right,
or
and it's
it's
awesome, yeah.
four. One.
It's fucking awesome.
great.
What HardLore moment made each of you laugh the hardest?
You walking into the pole in Salem. Again, Salem. But
I think us listening back to the Furnace Fest fart audio was crazy. Bathroom audio we were dying, dude.
That's a sinister premise. Your mic
It's
was
crazy.
rolling while you had to use the bathroom.
While I was shitting is crazy. Clip FaceTime
That was good.
in the Justice episode. We were dying laughing.
That was good. I love FaceTiming live.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's becoming a favorite.
Gotta do it more.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Which Tony Hawk game had the best soundtrack?
Thug, for sure.
Which one had 25 to Life on it? Because it's that one.
I think it was Underground 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Banger.
Yeah.
What are your favorite episodes so far? Mind Force, Josta, Cold as Life, Furnace Fest, the one we recorded next week.
Yeah.
Mike DeJean,
Yeah.
Stigma.
Yeah. I think Stigma, Josta, all the in-person ones, like even Taylor and Ian at the pit.
Oh, that was awesome.
Like I love the
love
in-person
that one.
ones so much more. You know, they're so much better.
Agreed. What moment did you realize you would spend your lives together?
What moment did Colin climb that hill he hikes every day and curse God for realizing? No!
Once upon a crowd. What moment?
I remember, I won't go too into details about numbers, but I remember when Harm's Way was recording and we had a call with Chris where it was like, yeah, we're going to send you to Furnace Fest. And also I think we can get you guys compensated a little bit more. And that was when it was like, well, yeah, like
This is a job?
really?
Yeah.
that was, I remember that just being a moment where it was like, oh yeah, this is something.
I agree. I definitely vividly remember that.
Yeah.
Favorite? Okay, this is our last question.
Beautiful.
Favorite non-hardcore metal punk album of all time?
Non-metal, punk, or hardcore. So just anything soft, basically.
Favorite album of all time?
Great question. I'm wearing the shirt, so that's what comes to mind. That first Crosby, Stills, and Nash record with like wooden chips and Sweet Judy Blue Eyes on it really made me go, oh, hey, hippies aren't all terrible. And that was kind of a pretty eye-opening mindset for me because my whole life, like, hippie music was bullshit, you know? But when you listen to three guys and eventually adding Neil Young to be four dudes singing, like,
and Young?
Yeah.
Flex, yeah.
To be singing beautiful harmony. It's
beautiful
for sure.
To avoid an answer like Morrissey, Vauxhall,
Yeah. Right.
Michael Jackson, Bad, I will say Genesis, Wind and Wuthering, which, talk about time signatures.
Yeah.
That's prog pop.
Oh, yeah. Proto-prog.
Straight up.
100%. Was Peter Gabriel still in the band at that time?
That was Phil Collins, baby.
That was all? Because, well, they were in the band together
I think Peter's out.
Okay. I think so, too.
Is the 8th studio album, 76.
Yeah, that's... Oh,
Yep.
okay.
First record without him.
Without him. Gotcha. And look at that.
And look at that. And the reason is my dad is like a Brand X, Yes type guy.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Goofy keyboards are his favorite thing.
Got you.
Big Zappa guy.
Yeah,
you know?
You like Rush?
And yeah, I mean, barely.
Oh, funny.
Rush is too mainstream for him.
Funny. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But this was the record where in the car, my dad is sharing something with me that he's excited to share. And I'm sitting there thinking like, this is unbelievable. The second song, One for the Vine,
Yeah.
I think is the best bridge ever.
Amazing. I will listen.
And it's all instruments. No words.
Whoa. Cool.
The time signature is insane. You can hear they're just playing with toys in the studio making new sounds.
Yeah.
And that's music to me. That's real production. It's like, what do we got in the percussion box?
Take it
Hand
out.
me the goat toes. I need to add something here.
Perfect.
Y'all don't know shit about goat. That's the thing. Having a musician for a dad, there are goat toenails in our fucking bathroom
It's funny
to play with while you're shitting.
that we have that parallel. that my dad's also
Yeah.
a recording engineer and did similar things. But it was like, my dad was like Michael Jackson, Tower of Power, like a lot of like soul, James Brown. My dad was really into that kind of thing.
I mean, my dad was definitely down with that stuff, but he was Brand X, Yes. Genesis. And that's so the song your own special way on this record makes me like full body weep.
Damn.
Just thinking about him, you know? He's alive. He's a couple hours away. I can't even hear it because he's great. So yeah. Well, Genesis Wind and Wuthering is my favorite non-hardcore metal album of all time.
Good answer.
And that concludes episode 100 of HardLore. Didn't really talk about much, but somehow it's fucking 3 hours
3
long.
hours, yeah.
We cannot state enough how much we appreciate every single one of you.
Wouldn't work without you.
It would not happen. If this was a thing where it was like we were talking to the void every week, this would have lasted 4 weeks.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Easily. So we're only here because of you. We are so thankful, so grateful, and we love you all.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next week for HardLore presents the heaviest band of all time. Where we'll do an official tournament with this beautiful bracket we've already made to determine the greatest band, heaviest band of all time.
How about this? Leave your prediction for who you think's going to win in the comment below this video.
Outstanding. If you've made it 3 hours in, try that now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We love you. Bye.
Bye.